Is oil a pink thing? 3.
Hi, things, I'm back! And I'm sure Twitch will notice that you guys have a brand new emote, baby!
1 year of being a thing and 1 year of enjoying Lily and this amazing community.
Hi, thank
Here's
you!
to more.
That's so sweet, thanks so much for the sub! Yeah, you guys fucking have a new emote. Throw it back, hoes! I'm back! I know, I haven't seen around for 2 days. Look, I'm technically on vacation, but I don't like not streaming, okay? I despise not going live. It makes me itchy. Shake it, chat! And it shakes to the beat, because I'm that good of an animator, mama. When will we get new emotes? You guys will get new emotes, but the problem is that YouTube sucks, so you guys don't have animated emotes. Kronos, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you. I'll show it to you guys in a second. Hello. Yeah, I haven't worked at all today. I just did like one little baby thing I wanted to do. Final Cake, thanks so much for the sub. But like, I've been taking it easy, and I think it's like a very much needed break for my sanity. Thank you. However, I don't like missing out on streams. So we're back. I'm doing good. I'm chilling. Look at this. This is gonna be your ADHD filter for today. Fucking shake it. Oh, it's right in your face, chat. Amogus. It's the Amogus Dumpy, but I repurposed it for like a necomorph. Why? Because the chat wanted it. This was a sub goal. Yeah, it keeps making eye contact with you.
The gyrations, they're hypnotic.
Oh, it's spinning. It's shaking. Like, I animated this on stream, but I only just finished coloring it recently. So now you guys have more dance moves. I'm just gonna leave it up in this ADHD spot.
Black Cat got released on Marvel Rivals today.
Well,
I know cats don't play fetch,
I didn't know,
but Felicia can
thank
catch
you.
this wood. Gimme dat Lily G booty.
Why are you guys like this? I told you like 50 times I didn't want to know. Like 50 fucking times. If I don't announce a Marvel Rivals stream, please don't assume that I know or that I want to know. Part of my fucking job is to react to things blindly, so I actually get like really excited when I see it. Yeah, every time. Yeah, it was the one time I think I almost didn't find out.
Lily G booty, Lily G booty, Lily G booty.
Thanks so much for the sub. That's so sweet. You need to make a banner for stuff like this. That pinned message chat is not gonna cut it. Do you think people are gonna read the banner? No one reads it. No one reads it, mama. No one reads them. I can make 50 banners or like things saying like, hey guys, please don't tell me these things. People will come tell me anyway. People have tried to DM me new Marvel Rivals characters. Like, I was like, oh wow, maybe this time we'll make it. Never. I'm not gonna like spoil myself on it just because I'm expecting someone to do it, but like, how do you avoid it? I don't look at Twitter and I ask my chat to not tell me.
Life.
And usually my chat respects that, but some people get excited and they don't assume, because like, okay, most people don't have content brain.
We can't help it. We are things with no self-control and a need to share things we like with Momination.
Yeah, but then if people get mad at you, it's not my fault. That is not my problem, because I've told you guys I don't like to hear it. But like, okay, so here's the problem, right? Most people, thank you for the super, most people don't have content brain. The reason why I don't look at these things, nor do I want to, is because I've like realized that I tend to have a much better reaction when I do these things blind.
2 years of Pink Thing Lily G Bongo haven't made it to stream in a while.
Thank you!
But has seen the VODs and the recent announcement. Congratulations.
Thank you, Empyrean. That's super sweet. Thanks so much for the sub. That's super sweet. So someone with content brain would think, you know what, you react better to this live, just don't look at it. But most normal people who don't have content brain are like, oh, this new thing came out, I'm excited to see it, I want to share it with the streamer. That's why that happens. Even if you have a text on screen that says, don't fucking spoil, always happens.
Well, it lasted longer than most other times.
It did.
But I'm gonna start being the bad uncle and gank anyone that does it again in the future.
I don't blame the mods, honestly. Thanks so much for the sub, sweetie. Like, it did last longer than usual. I think I avoided it much longer than last time.
Sorry, got distracted by the twerking necomorph.
No, you didn't, but I get why it would be distracting. Thank you. A new record. No, we actually made it a really long time before I found out.
Hey Lily, I know this was revealed a while ago, but I only found out recently, so sorry for being late to the party. Congrats on being a soon-to-be mama.
Why, thank you. I still have a few months to go, but like, yes, exciting, terrifying, but you know, life changes. Have you seen the Godzilla -020? No.
Another month, another sub to Pink Thing.
Thank you, Nate.
Also, I cast upon the spoiling fools. Heater stuck at 90 degrees, and follow up with permanently warm pillows.
See, this is what I mean. Like, I'm kind of used to it because I'm the streamer and it's like gajes del oficio, but chat doesn't like it. Thanks so much for the sub, Nate. Few months. Yeah, I'm not that far along. I need to let you guys know because there was probably gonna be scheduling changes. Have you seen the new 14 trailer? No, not yet. I'm also not caught up with MSQ, which is another reason I'm avoiding it. Don't watch it. Yeah, I haven't caught up with MSQ. I have to do that before I do it.
Sorry, Lily. I was working when you sent me the Discord link. It expired before I could check.
They do not expire, actually.
Wonder how many you have turned into cookie creamers after the cookie run stream?
Oh, Mama, I hope so. I hope a lot. Thank you. If it was an old Discord link, because I do update them from time to time, DM me again.
I know it's a bit late, but congrats on your being a mama-to-be. Also, I'd like to see lots more of your channel's music on iTunes.
Thank you. I mean, I don't have anything on iTunes from the channel. I have stuff on YouTube, though. We can probably put that up there. Because, like, if you want to put music on iTunes, you have to pay a licensing fee, I think. But thank you.
Wet socks, moist underwear, and for any time that you are having special fun time you just haven't flashback to your parents walking in on you just as you peek.
Oh, harsh. Thank you. Spotify? No, haven't put up any, and I don't like Spotify. Spotify has snubbed me, so I'm mad at them. Besides, if I put them up on YouTube, you guys get to listen to them as many times as you want. Yeah, I hate Spotify because I had Spotify Premium, right? But I got it in Mexico, and then I moved to Spain, and Spotify canceled my subscriptions, and they were like, pay us more because you're in Europe now. So I was like, well, you just lost a customer. I would have kept paying the Mexican one if you guys hadn't canceled on me. What a bunch of dicks. Yeah, because they thought that I was, like, purposely paying less by, like, using a VPN and paying to Mexico. No, in reality, I had just moved. Rama6, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you. Wait, they forced you to buy more because you're in Europe? It's more expensive in Europe than it is in Mexico. And then I was just like, well, I don't really need Spotify, do I? I actually have a very big library of music on iTunes. So I just get music and into my iTunes.
Lily G Booty, Lily G Booty, Lily G Booty, Lily G Booty,
The Kill
Lily G
Knitter,
Booty.
thanks so much for the sub, thank you. I'm actually due in September, so that's when you guys might not see a lot of me. But before that, you will get more segments and a little bit less gameplay on streams because I want to make content so you guys don't go without posting stuff on the YouTube channel for like 2 months. Yeah, any music you want, you can easily find on YouTube. I've been thinking about getting YouTube Premium, actually. Is your music on LimeWire? I mean, I don't think so. I haven't used LimeWire ever. My sister used to. That was the one that got a virus. YouTube Premium is worth it, Lily. I'm probably gonna get it, but like, I need to make sure that like, I can actually get it with Spanish PayPal because I had a Mexican one. And if I try and buy it with my Mexican PayPal, it tells me the same thing.
Can you make the dancing thing rotate faster?
Not without going in and fucking with the timing on the frames. Thank you. I have Amazon Music, which has been pretty decent so far. When did you make that? I literally finished it like yesterday.
I got YouTube Premium, but mostly because I kept getting this ad about toxic poo that wouldn't go away.
Oh no. Wargon, thanks so much for the 5 gifted. That's so generous. You guys are super sweet. Thank you. Demurely throwing it in a circle. That's not demure. There's nothing demure about that emote. Not even a little bit, chat. Can you add a second one that rotates the exact way? We could probably flip it. Yeah. Yeah, the thing with adblock, right, is that, like, YouTube doesn't like adblock at all. And every so often, they keep trying to, like, disable people's adblock so you can use YouTube. It never works, mind you. Hi, thank you. I just saw the short congratulations for Baby Mation. Oh, thank you, that's so sweet. It's so fucking funny that people are gonna be telling me that for, like, months.
My sister recommends a lot of walking to help with late-stage mitosis.
Late-stage mitosis. Yeah, I've been going on walks and stuff, because it's actually been pretty decent for me, but, like, late-stage mitosis. We're in, like, mid-stage mitosis.
Hey Lily, my school's art show is about to start. And soon I get to scare little kids, pretending to be mannequin.
Good, thank you.
The best thing for me with using YouTube Premium, besides the no ads, is the music. 'Cause I use it every day while I work. And with the vast amount of music on YouTube, YT music is a lifesaver for me.
Yeah, like, I've heard really good things about it. I have Amazon Music because I have Prime. But, YouTube is nice for music as well. Thank you. I saw you on Personal Powers. Oh my god, yay! Is that one live finally? The problem is that, like, I would not have ad block if YouTube would stop throwing the worst ads imaginable at me. It's about, okay.
I think YouTube is trying to make me get premium. I keep getting ads for so-called AI girlfriends and some kind of investor executive podcast.
See, that's the problem. If they fucking sent me ads for normal-ass products, I wouldn't care. But, like, why do I want to get scammed by an AI girlfriend? Do you keep getting those cheap mobile ads? When I don't have ad block on, I do, yeah. She's real to me. No, she's not Spanish. Wake up, the accident was years ago. Meow. Yeah, there has to be some, like, quality filtering for ads on YouTube, I feel. Like, that's an absolute necessity. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, y'all need to fucking start checking the quality of fucking slop you put on your platform, YouTube. I really hope they do that. They probably should at some point, because, like, the reason why most people use adblock is because they have, like, a ton of ads. A lot of them are unskippable, and a lot of them are slop. So I don't blame people for having adblock. Lurchy, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you. Yeah, I get AI slop ads, too. I mainly get them if I'm on YouTube on my phone.
YouTube recommends AI girlfriends to username iHeartWilly2002.
Eh, baby. Thank you. So I get like 1 hour's ads. How? Okay, so like usually with ads, you can choose how many you want to have. The longer the video, the more mid-roll ads you're usually going to see, because it benefits the content creator to have a decent amount of mid-rolls. Now, some people have sponsors. Bigger YouTubers have sponsors now, besides just ads. I keep seeing Barner ads for borderline porn, despite YouTube's own treatment of content creators. Oh, yeah, you'll see that a lot, like the softcore stuff. If I get an ad that's in that channel, will be perma-blocked. You can't do that. They don't let you. You can run a minimum amount of ads, but they won't let you not put ads in your videos. if you can't monetize, your channel is basically, like, useless. It's the same with Twitch, by the way. People are like, oh my god, why do streamers have so many ads? We need to have them. It's, like, part of, like, the partnership agreement. You need to have ads in there. Isn't something on YouTube at $5 the equivalent to fucking, like, 500 ads? Yes. Yeah, even if you don't monetize, YouTube is gonna put ads on it. You can turn off ads. You can turn it off. You can turn off monetization, but they might put ads on videos anyway. Without monetization, you're living on subs from things like Patreon. Yeah, what other content creators do is they have sponsors, and a lot of them have Patreon pages. I have a Patreon, but completely unrelated to the YouTube channel, where they make extra content. Crimson, thanks so much for the 5 gifted. That's so sweet. Thank you. But if you're not monetizing on YouTube, you're gonna have a hard time growing your channel. It's an absolute necessity, I think. Why ads and VODs on Twitch? The content creator gets nothing from that. No, we do. We do get money from ads on Twitch. Even on VODs, I think. It's not that much. So, like, with Twitch, the bulk of the money you make comes from subs and gifting. There is ads, but it's not that much. Yeah, you do get ad revenue from Twitch, just not that much. The more you know. Yeah! Yeah, thankfully my channel has, like, no issues with monetization. But we do lose VODs every so often because of DMCA. But, like, Spanish, you've actually gotten lucky because Wave and I have had, like, videos that go up, they stay up for, like, an hour or a day, and then they get limited. So far, you haven't suffered the annoyance of having monetization getting limited after a video goes live. Yeah, that's happened to us before. All right, let's get started.
You recently found your channel even after being a fan of your art for a while. Also didn't know you were Latina. Cool shit.
I am very Mexican. Thanks so much for the super. That's so sweet. Okay. Yeah, we are starting, and we're doing something. We're doing anime stuff today, because I've been wanting to dip my toes more into anime character design. And what better franchise to start with than Frieren Beyond Journey's End? Now, if you have not seen Frieren Beyond Journey's End, it is an absolutely beautiful anime, okay? Gorgeous visuals, incredible animation, very deep, evocative storytelling, and it's an anime that kind of shows people that a story can be very, very good with very minimal combat and a very chill pacing. But here's the thing, though, right? The anime is great. It's lovely. It's beautiful. But is the character design up to snuff? Or is it, like, mid? Like, I don't know, like people say Solo Leveling is mid. We're gonna find out tonight, because Frieren has a fantasy setting. And I want to see how well they've adapted that to the character designs in the animation. And we do have some manga shots as well to compare. So without further ado, let's get into Elf Grandma and look at the cast of one of the most beautiful animes that has come out in, like, the past 2 years. Beginning with Baby Girl, Grandma Frieren. Now, Frieren, I was immediately drawn to this character for a number of reasons. The first one being the ears. Giant bat elf ears. So, like, a pet peeve I have with elves is that sometimes elf ears are either way too big or way too small. I think that Frieren is, like, just the right size. But the thing about Frieren's ears that makes them quite unique in terms of other elves I've seen in fiction is that they stick straight the fuck out. Most human ears, if you look at, like, a human skull, our ears, they don't stick out. They, like, stick out a little bit and then they go back. Frieren, if she turns around, you will see the same amount of ear from the back of her head than from the front of her head, okay? But let's talk about her outfit a little bit. Now, Frieren is really funny to me because while her outfit is very fantasy-coded, there's a lot of modern elements to it as well. Like, the tights are fairly modern, her little stripy top underneath her cloak is very modern, but I think it's combined really well with the fantastical elements, because she's like low-key wearing robes almost in a sense, right? She has the little capelet with a little red button, which matches her earrings, which are like the big accent piece for the character. And then she has like a very modest little skirt and nice like little sleeves with like golden cuffs. It's a very simple outfit, something that I would actually say it's very easy to animate. And I'm actually like in love with how simple the silhouette is for her. Another thing I like about Frieren is that the twin tails. The twin tails are funny to me because Frieren is old, okay? And when I say old, I mean old, like deleted old, like ancient creature. And to see such a like old thing using like twin tails that are worn in like such a like jovial, playful way, it's never not gonna be funny. But I think they stand out way more with the twin tails, like the ears, than what they do with when her hair's down. I've seen Frieren with her hair down a few times, and it's very, very pretty. But I do think that the twin tails help, like, highlight the ears on her face. I also really like her face. I will say the mangaka for Frieren, like the art style for Frieren, they draw their faces a bit too wide for my liking. Like, all of their features are centered. They're very, like, close to the center of the face. But I do genuinely like her face a lot. I like the teeny tiny brows. I love her eyes being absolutely bewitching. And I like the little mouth. And I also like that little ooh-woo thing that she likes to do sometimes. It's very, very funny. So Frieren, I think, while her clothing has some modern elements to it, it still fits very much into the fantasy archetype, for sure. Cannot spot a mimic to save her life. No, and I think that, like, what you can imply from Frieren's character, just from the design alone, is that she's A, very stoic, and B, she doesn't quite take herself as seriously as people think she does. I think that if people saw Frieren and, like, they see elves and they're like, oh, super old, they might be intimidated. But if you see Frieren, she's like a goofball, and she has, like, twin tails, and she has, like, a stupid little cape. It's like, she feels more approachable, I feel, than other characters that might have, like, the ancient mage archetype that she does. She's very silly, like, her design is a little bit silly, but she's also very, very cute. And I've mentioned this before, that your main character kind of shapes the world, right? Frieren being the titular character of the franchise and also the main character, she sets, like, the tone for, like, the whole thing, which is, it's a very beautiful thing. You can tell it's kind of serious, but there's a very jovial side to it. And her outfit being a little bit more on the modern side, almost timeless in a way, kind of like shapes the way that the rest of the cast looks. Because there's a bunch of outfits in Frieren that like don't exactly fit the archetype of fantasy, but they do work. She is a creature, yes, very much so. But like I've seen other elves, like if you watch season 2, and they are creatures, all of them. 1,000-year-old baby. She's like 2,000 years old at this point, but like she knows she's old and she knows she's gonna outlive most people, so she doesn't really care. And she has like a very iconic design. Like Frieren has been like the it girl for a while now. You know, animes have an it girl every season or every like year. Like Yor was one, Marin was one. Frieren has actually been an it girl that she hasn't gone out of fashion yet, and normally they go out of fashion very quickly. I was ready to hate this anime for another story of a goop going against the demon lord. No, that's one of the things I liked about it, is that it's so chill. Yeah, like she doesn't like it when you call her grandma. Also remember, with the super chats, don't swear or they won't read them out.
Also, I can totally see Lily reacting like Frieren to being caught by a mimic.
I would probably have the same reaction, yeah. But, like, I am, in a weird way, a mimic, aren't I?
Okay. But tell us the important stuff. How do you draw her chin when she's looking up?
She actually, believe it or not, that is one of the hardest things to draw. And out of everybody who did the meme, about 1 or 2 people out of hundreds actually did it right.
Bought myself a jar of Schlott milk sips with your code yesterday.
Oh, fuck yeah, thank you. Remember to use code Kinkimation, mama. That will give you the best value. 10% off your order, mama. Yeah, the Frieren meme, fun fact, almost nobody drew it right. And I would not draw it right myself either.
I love that she has relatable traits like not being a morning person.
I mean, even someone who's like that old and like wise and sage was bound to have their quirks, which is why I like her. Thank you. Yeah, the TTS will betray you if you swear. Don't say ass, don't write porn, don't write like anything that might seem like sussy. The TTS will not read it. But thank you. Yeah, gsupps is MILF approved. Yes, it is. Her life goal is collecting stupid spells. Yeah, that's what she wants to do with her time. All right. Moving right along on the cast of Frieren. We have Himmel. Now, Himmel does have 2 designs, his young version and his old version. Does Himmel fit the vibe of the anime? Yes, but at the same time, no, because Himmel mostly exists as a memory. So Himmel, like, purposely looks like his outfit is less modern than what Frieren usually wears. Because he's an older hero. Technically speaking, his story, like, defeating the Demon Lord, that shit happened, like, he died when he was, like, 70, and his young version was, like, when he was in his 20s, almost 100 years ago. So, Himmel's outfit looking a little bit outdated actually fits really, really well. I love Himmel, though, because he does look very much like your stereotypical hero, 9 out of 10 times. Like, the big flowing cape, the doublé, the beautiful hair, the nice boots, like the predominantly light colors in the outfit. He is very much a stereotype of a hero, but in a good way, I would say. Because his whole thing was trying to help people. And this man was so down cataclysmic for that elf pussy that he never fucking got, that he never got married. Never. And then the version of old man very much fits that, like, I am an old hero, I shrunk down to, like, half my size. I lived the rest of my days alone, and he just happily waited for Frieren to show back up into his life, and then he died immediately. I like that he shrunk when he got old. That does happen, mind you. The old version, I think it's sweet, because, like, he still has, like, his, like, mole under his eye and everything. Just bald and mainly beard. But, like, it will never not be funny that Frieren didn't catch on to the fact that this guy was trying to riz her up until he, like, fucking dropped dead. His color scheme is very beautiful. It's nice and cool, very serene, because Frieren is actually the chaotic energy in that partnership because she's such a goof. Himmel is more chill in general. And if you put them together, their designs do match as a unit, I think. But again, very stereotypically a hero, a much more old-fashioned look in general. His little bowl cut, his face is gorgeous. I think they have similar eye colors as well. And for someone who he's not a main character, but he has main character energy. Does that make sense? Like, the world of Frieren could have very easily also been shaped around Himmel, not just Frieren. And it's because he just has that, like, main character riz. He kept that cursed dragon claw for 50 years. 50 years! He didn't write anything. He was the main character. Yeah, Himmel is someone who used to be the main character, is no longer the main character, because he dropped it immediately. Mild spoilers for this anime if you haven't watched it yet, obviously. Oh, so yeah, like, if you haven't seen Frieren Beyond Journey's End, you want to see it, don't stick around, because I'm probably going to be talking about the story, because there will be characters that showed up in Season 2 or later on in Season 1, and I might have to talk about them because it has to do with their design. So yeah, Himmel, kind of outdated, very, very pretty, very princely, very much hero, main character coded, not the main character. The elf hag is the main character. Isn't that just the premise of the story? It is the premise of the story. The premise of the story, which they tell you in the trailer, is that Frieren goes on a journey because the man that loved her to bits fucking died, and she only just, like, Frieren was, like, rizzing with the tism so fucking hard that she only just realized that, like, fucking Himmel loved her when he was, like, being buried, and she was like, oh god, and then she cried. And she felt so bad about it. She is very dumb. Like, She explained it. It's not that she's dumb. Is that, like, elves are, like, very, like, chill people. Like, they have, like, no sex drive whatsoever. So, like, their idea of romance is just not it. That's elf psychology. That's just how they are. But yeah, that's Himmel. A beautiful boy. And gorgeous, adorable little old man. The reason that elves are emotionally stunted is because they live for so long. Yeah, she went for, like, a vacation for, like, 50 years. For her, it was, like, a day. Whoop. Alright. We're starting with, like, her OG party first. Heiter is the priest of her party. So, Heiter, again, similarly to Himmel, has a very old-fashioned vibe. And that's the point. In the original Party of Heroes, he was the priest, right? He was like, you wouldn't, I think you can tell if I look at, he's a drunk. You can tell by looking at the guy because he kind of looks like doobied out, but he was the priest, and that was like the joke of this character of like, is drunk. Now, design-wise, I actually really like his vibe because he is very priestly. He does very much like fit that church vibe, and I like that we went with dark colors because there's already a lot of light colors in this cast. Like, Himmel and Frieren predominantly wear light colors. So it is good that Heiter has, like, a darker hue, but he ties to Himmel's silhouette with the cape, and he ties to Frieren's silhouette with the gold detailing at the fringes of his cape and, robe, and his sleeves. He also has a really big gold belt underneath there that we can't really see, and a shirt with, like, golden detailing. It's very fantasy, but it's a fairly simple outfit. You would be genuinely surprised by how simple most of the character designs are in Frieren. But you want to know why that's actually a really good thing? They animate really well. When you're doing something for animation, the best thing you can do is keep a character design simple and consistent. And Frieren, even though it doesn't have a lot of action, there is a lot of movement to the characters. The show has an insane production value, and part of the reason why it's so easy to work with a lot of these buttfucks is because their designs are stupid simple. Parallel lines, very few use of patterns, a lot of really decent repetition, but simple repetition. It's just really simple shapes put together to make this robe and to make this shirt. So the bulk of the detail is in the character's face. A lot of clothing physics. Because you can animate stuff like this if it's not too complicated, yeah. The cloth animation in this anime. And again, part of the reason why they can do that is because the clothing is simple. The more flying bits and bops an outfit has, the harder it is to animate. You need to keep these things consistent. And another thing that they have in Frieren that they do really well is how they drape clothing. The folds in his robes feel supernatural. They don't at all feel, like, stiff. So it's always really, really fun to see. And that also, like, gives you an opportunity to put a lot more detail in the characters' faces, which I think is where you can show off and you should show off the bulk of the emotion. So Priest Baby Boy over here is a more chill bean, and you can tell from his body language and face that he's a more chill bean, but he was in the Party of Heroes, so he's capable, you know? Very, very, very capable. Really simple color scheme. It's just 3 colors and, like, the green hair, and very nice just use of clothing overall, while still, like, fitting the overall vibe of the anime, but also making sure that we know that these are characters from the past. Eisen. I'm not gonna lie to you guys about the dwarf. It's never not gonna be funny. It's never not gonna be funny. Because this is literally, like, if you think of the stereotype for a dwarf, this is it. This is it, mama. It is a little man in big helmet, big beard, short, big cape, big pauldron, stupid helmet with horns on it. That's it. That is the design. Does he fit Frieren's vibe? Yes. Yes, he does. Because much like the rest of the party, he has a silhouette with a lot of flow to it. He has his cape. And he's also a little bit silly. So, like, yeah, like, it's very funny if you put the party of fuckos together. The only one that seems to be out of place, and not by a lot, is Frieren herself. And the reason why she feels out of place, besides being the main character, is because she is a timeless creature. So her clothing is going to have a little bit of a different edge to it. Her vibe is going to be a little bit more aloof. But Eisen is like, it's so goofy. Like, and I hate it because whenever he opens his mouth, he spits fire. Like, and fire and wisdom of, like, the dwarvish age. But, like, I look at him and I can't help but fucking giggle. You can never see his limbs. No, never. No. He's just dicking around with his big cape and big pauldrons. And, he's, like, another one of the party that I think is still alive, because dwarves have a pretty long lifespan in Frieren. He looks like a ghost. Yeah, just a fucking brick. It's just a brick. He is genuinely just a fucking brick of a person. The beard is fine me. The thing I like the best is that you never see his nose. So, like, the only thing you really see is, like, the beard and his eyes. And then, like, the helmet is so clever because the arrow on the helmet that's, like, pointing down, that's, like, an old-timey, goofy, like, dwarf nose. Like, a cartoony one. But it's not actually his nose, just his helmet. He's Stark's mentor, right? Yeah, he is Stark's mentor. He is jacked because most dwarves are jacked. Yes, we do know this. He does not believe in fall damage. No. He is built like a mini fridge, I will say that much. But yeah, like his silhouette is really funny because it's just like a curtain and a doobie helmet. Yeah, it's his nose guard, but we never see his nose. His nose. He is the fall damage, yeah. Long ass pasta beard. It doesn't look like pasta. What kind of spaghetti are you fuckos eating? No, he's alive, but he's retired.
You could make a scarecrow out of Eisen's outfit and just need a broom for the beard, and no one could tell it wasn't
No one
him.
could tell the difference. No, because he would just be standing there. Thanks so much for this, for the super. That's so sweet. Only one thing has ever scared him dying.
Google Viking chess. He looks like one of the PSs.
Oh, he probably does. Yeah, thank you. He's a coward. That he said that he's a coward. Yes. All right. And I think that's the last member of Frieren's old party. We're gonna move on to the present day group. Where's my triangle? It's in the closet. Fuck. Hubby, get it for me! Because baby girl is wife. Wife? I've never seen... Give me my triangle, thank you. I have never seen a more MILF-coded character. Let me just... Fern! Dragonite, thanks so much for the 5 gifted, thank you. Fern is the cutest fucking thing on the planet. Fern is adorable. She's, like, MILF-coded, like, fucking incredibly nurturing presence. Beautiful color scheme, beautiful girl. Such a simple but gorgeous silhouette. And it's someone that, if you see Frieren and you think, oh wow, goof, Fern is, like, the straight man of this group. Okay? Everyone draws her with fat tits. No, she has fat tits. No, Fern has really fat bags. Fern actually does canonically have fat bags. She has really, really big boobs. No, that's not a lie. Canonically, she has really fat bags. Like, Frieren talks about them all the time. So, like, the fan art didn't lie to you. So, the thing I like about Fern is that she kind of has an inverted color scheme to Frieren. Her hair is really colorful, where Frieren's hair is, like, silver. Her outer robe is really dark, where Frieren's outer robe is really light. The inside of her outfit is really light, where the inside of Frieren's outfit has darker black colors. And she doesn't have any earrings or accent colors except on the back of her head. On the back of her head, she has a silver hairpin that was gifted to her by Frieren. And the fun thing about her design is that underneath the robe, the dress she's wearing is something that you could actually wear nowadays. It can be fairly modern. Does she fit the fantasy aesthetic for Frieren? Yes, she does. I do think she does look like a mage, but, like, her outfit underneath the robe, it's very, like, chill. Yum. She's very friend-shaped, she's very round, there's, like, nothing pointy about her. Like, Frieren has very pointy ears, and she's a little bit more angular in her outfit. Fern, not so much. Fern is really soft, overall, and I like seeing her next to Frieren because Frieren is stoic because elf-tisms. Fern is stoic because she's just always been that way. But she's also fairly expressive. She looks kind of, like, expressionless most of the time, but she's a very pouty character, so she does, like, outwardly express her emotions fairly well. I genuinely do really like her silhouette, though, because you would not know it to look at her, but she's really curvaceous. But they wanted to kind of, like, focus on the flow of the and draping of the fabric in her outfit. Fern's gimmick in the anime, and I don't know if you can tell, you can probably tell from the silhouette, is that she's very unassuming. She's a great mage, but she's incredibly unassuming. And this design is pretty unassuming. Her hair is really bright, but that's about it. She wears really modest clothes. She's not a very flashy person, but that's part of, like, what makes her character work, I think. Miss Lady Pout, the poutiest character in this anime, for sure. And her shape language is incredibly soft, very friend-shaped, like just gently sloping. There's no angular anything, so she's really, really sweet. Extra thick, yeah, baby! I have actually drawn Fern before, more than once, because I think I made a comic with her and Stark. And I can tell you, she is fun to work with. Very, very fun to work with. She's soft. Yeah, she's pretty much a genius, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, she got a weekly comic. A good one, regardless.
I always think of the gag in interspecies reviewers where to the elf character, youthful-looking elves are hags, and La Abuela is the hottest.
Oh, yeah, because to them it's like, you look way too young, I don't like it. Thank you.
Humongous hungalam hananalakungus.
Yes, she does have canonically very fat bags. This is not actually a fan art thing, she is stacked. Thank you. Yeah, it's bag so powerful that even Frieren is bothered. But the art just amplifies her. The art makes her bigger than what she actually is, but she's fairly big.
Peak.
Girly Cat, thanks so much for the sub. Alright. So for Fern being the second person in Frieren's party, there has to be more. Dragonite, thanks so much for the bits, you're so sweet. We have Stark. I love Stark. Because he's a dork. But, like, I like him because, to me, he's, like, the perfect example of the way that they mix modern clothing with fantasy clothing in Frieren and Journey's End. First of all, let's talk about the colors. He's pretty bright. Like, he wears a lot of red, which Eisenberg is his teacher, and he wears a lot of red, too, so they tie back together. His hair is also incredibly bright. I'm not a fan of the dark roots. Apparently, he's always had them. But out of everyone in the cast and, like, the party, he has the most eye-catching color scheme. You could say Frieren is very, like, unassuming, Fern is very unassuming, but Stark is, like, bright red fucking jacket. And he also has the most amount of detail out of everybody that I've seen so far. He has a lot of buttons, he has a lot of wrinkles, he has bandages, he has the fingerless glove, he has, like, the sash that goes beneath the jacket, the baggy pants, the boots with a lot of laces. And in spite of that, the character that I think sees the most action animation-wise is this motherfucker. Which just goes to show it's a testament to how good the animators are at their job, that they can still capture this level of detail while he's on the move. I really like it, though, because you can tell immediately that his deal is a warrior. The bandages show that, like, he's someone that probably gets injured a lot, does a lot of strength training. He has, like, support on his waist with, like, the white sash. He almost has, like, a martial arts shirt underneath his jacket. His jacket is pretty modern in silhouette, believe it or not. But then they also fantasy it up by giving him the lace-up boots, the baggier pants, the strap for his axe, because he actually physically carries his weapon around. He's not like Frieren and Fern who can just put it away. And his build, while not being super stocky, plays more into the design language and the shape language of squares more than anyone else in Frieren's party. Is he super, like, buff? No, but, like, his silhouette is completely, like, rectangular if you look at him. He doesn't have Dorito body, he's just, like, straight down. You know? He's a pretty good tank, I would say. He has a very, like, nice face, more expressive, and he's, like, kind of, like... And he's more like the type that is a bit more outwardly open with his expressions. And again, the cool thing about Stark is that his clothes are pretty modern, but they did do a decent job at adding fantasy elements, so they don't feel that modern. So he matches Frieren really well. Because she's the one that has, like, weirdly modern clothing. He is built really different, though, yeah. Talking about the fact that he accidentally killed the fucking dragon. I don't know how he didn't see that coming if he could cleave, like, fucking, gashes into cliff sides. Yeah, it's kind of like Final Fantasy Code in a way, but not nearly as detailed. That there is modern with, fantastical elements, if that makes sense. He's an idiot. Very idiot. Of course he's the most detailed because he's like the shonen pro tag subversion. Yeah, and I like him because he's someone that like very clearly has feelings for... He has feelings for Fern and it's very, very obvious, but he doesn't hide them, which is really sweet. Also, yeah, also a coward. But a good design overall, very bright, very fun, and very much tells you that his deal is like warrior, which I like. A puppy of a person, yeah.
So small.
I love that joke, even though it's probably not true at all. Thank you. He pulled Fern by being a dork. Yeah, they obviously have, like, a thing.
Stark is the tank. Attention needs to be on him.
Yes, he's actually, like... it kind of, like, plays into that tank thing where they have to taunt the enemy to draw their attention, so him wearing red makes a lot of sense. Same with, Eisen.
Ah, yes. Fern's future husband.
Thank you.
And you can't tell me otherwise. Sweetheart gets possessive whenever anyone gets close to him.
Fern is possessive of two people, Stark and Frieren. Thank you. But yeah, a pretty good tank, and for the main cast, this is like, Fern is like the last person. We're gonna get into like the other people in the anime now. The NPCs, if you will.
Character-wise, Stark is a good example of the scaredy cat archetype. And I love how he and Eisen face their fear unlike other similar types. I'm looking at using it to form Demon Slayer.
Ah, watch the movie! I will debate Senetsu until the sun goes down, but thank you! Alright, let's go, let's begin with the side characters of the show, so you could say. Flam. So the first thing you're gonna notice about Flam is how dated her outfit looks, right? I have a good reason for this. Flam is actually from Frieren's past. This is Frieren's teacher, 1,000 years ago. So Flam dresses like she's Loki from ancient Greece, and there's a good reason for that because she's really from an older time period. You'll notice immediately that she doesn't have a ton in terms of silhouette outfit-wise, but it's still a very clean one. She has very simple shoes, a very simple outfit, but what she lacks in clothing, she more than makes up for in accessories. Really intricate golden bangles, an armband that matches her shoes, and if you'll notice, around her neck, she is wearing the same beaded ruby, the same, like, teardrop ruby that Frieren actually wears as earrings. I believe she got them from Flam. The thing about Flam that's the most eye-catching, I would say, is probably her hair color, which kind of ties to her name, right? Very, very, very bright red, and I think that leaving her outfit just white and simple was a great choice. Not only to, like, convey age and, like, how ancient the character is, but to, like, actually highlight the most important feature, which is her face and her hair. Very much, yeah, flame-colored hair for a character whose whole thing is kind of like being fiery, right? I noticed a lack of sniff from you. Oh, I'm getting there! There is feet! We like feet! We do like feet, fucking sniffa, mama. Hey, baby. But yeah, Flam is someone that has a pretty simple silhouette, and I actually do really appreciate that, personally. Because when you're drawing characters, and I'm thinking that this is something that the author was very good at, when you're drawing characters from different time periods, a lot of the times it can happen that you forget that you're supposed to be drawing something 1,000 years past. And you'll use a similar aesthetic to what you're doing in the present. With Frieren, they kind of kept that in mind. So Frieren also has a more simple outfit for this time period in the anime, where everything's like draped and there's like not a lot of buttons and stuff, and it's more like simple robes. Yeah, like she's a fiery person, but like her favorite spell is flowers. And again, the main thing that shines with Flam is her accessories, and that's like the cool thing about this character is that you can definitely tell she's from a time period way before when the anime takes place. Wow, okay, enemy. Bad guys. Have you ever, like, fucking sat back and looked at a character and been like, oh, yes, bad guy. Welcome to Demons and fucking Frieren. So, Frieren actually does something that I find very interesting when it comes to their antagonist characters. There's not a lot of combat, but the combat that there is really well thought out. Is that the demons are usually the problem, and demons in Frieren have no chill. So, from the design of this character, you can tell that he's probably a really big deal. There's, like, visible injuries, things getting stitched back together, a very hulking, chaotic silhouette, a lot of triangles, a lot of points, dark colors, nothing that looks like that has, like, gentle slopes. It's all very angular. Even the way that the fabric is draped on his body is really, really angular. We have chains, we have fangs. And his face, which is your focal point, has so many triangles in it, it's not even funny. It's just really sharp teeth. The fucking pattern on his face that looks like an upside-down V. The black stripes on it. His hair is, like, really scraggly. Everything about this dude, character design-wise, not only is it, like... It screams fantasy bad guy. It kind of, like, is a perfect example of designing for villainy. You are working with very dark color, with very intense shapes, with triangles. That would be the shape that you use for villains. And you are working with very chaotic silhouettes. There's not a lot of places for your eyes to rest on this character, but it's still very, very, very well put together. And yeah, the Koroshiori is phenomenal because, like, the one bright accent color it has, it's on its fingernails. Everything else is, like, muted tones and very, very dark as well, look. The red fingernails are a thing. And yeah, like, most demons in Frieren tend to, like, stand out like this a little bit. It's an evil bad guy design, regardless of what happens in story. And it's meant to convey something threatening, even though in the show it was not, like, as threatening as people thought it was.
Zine would have lost his mind meeting Flom.
Oh yeah, probably. Thank you. My poor man got styled on by Fern.
Imagine they took the DMC Netflix demon approach.
No, I would have gotten so mad. Again, one of the things I like about Frieren is that in Frieren, she makes it very, very clear. Like, Frieren sees a demon and it's on site because they're written that way. Thank you. So yeah, that was Qual. One of the first bad guys we will run into in the series. Okay, Aura. Aura was a really good take on a bad guy, I think. Aura! Aura is a character that I think gets memed to filth, but, like, let me give her the triangle that she fucking deserves because the design is baller. Aura kind of looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card art character. If I had to describe her vibe, it's like 90s coded villain that would show up in, like, a trading card game. Okay? Much like Flam, her design also, like, beguiles Ancient. But she has a lot more color, and her silhouette has a lot more flair. Like, her actual silhouette has a bit more friend shape to it than Qual did, but it's still very much intense because of the shape of the horns. I could actually almost equate it to, like, heart shapes everywhere. There's a heart shape, upside down heart shape in her hair. Her horns would almost form an upside down heart as well. There is a heart shape on her scale, on her bodice, big ribbons, a lot of flowing lines. Great use of color, because her hair is like a desaturated purpley pink, and then we have, like, the really bright raspberry color. And the scale kind of, like, ties back to her jewelry, so the scale helps with readability because that will make you go up her hand and to her jewelry and then up her face. It's a very good design, I think, for a fantasy bad guy because she would look pretty unassuming from far away. But that's the thing about her, is she relies on that. Aura is a character that relies on people thinking that she's unassuming to do her thing. I'm not going to explain her gimmick because I think the episode is phenomenal and everybody should watch it. This character gets memed onto filth. There is a lot of porn of this character. Yes, indeed. I've never drawn her, but, like, I've seen a lot of people do it. But she definitely has, like, a really fun, very high fantasy design. If anything, I would say that the characters that have the most high fantasy elements in Frieren, at least from what I've seen so far, are the demons. Almost as if the demons never adapted to what people dress like now. which I think is a really great tidbit to the way that they are written in the show, which is they mimic humans not very well. They're very strong, but they just cannot adapt. And I think that's like the really nice detail that you get from Frieren is that they write these like eternal enemies, and this is the reason they lost, you know? Girl failure? Yeah. Qual adapted pretty quickly. Qual adapted, but he did ultimately lose because of their hubris. That's like a thing with a lot of like their demons. But with Aura, I don't think she even cared to like try and remotely try and look modern at all.
I still can't believe people are stupid enough to believe demons can be reasoned with. Every time they try, people died.
It's because a lot of humans have empathy, and they believe that demons have empathy as well because they're human shaped. Thank you.
Smash.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I would smash. I love the design so much. Thank you. Hi.
Unrelated, but did you hear that the Pokémon and Paul World ripoff got taken down from Steam?
I'm not surprised. I don't know why they thought that that was a good idea, but thank you. Wood dunk. Yeah, wood dunk.
Demons are more natural predators than evil.
Yeah, they're almost portrayed as animalistic in the show, I think. But yeah, Aura has like one of the strongest designs when it comes to the antagonists in Frieren. Let's keep it going. Lugner. I don't know how to pronounce the little U dots, and I'm sorry, German speakers in chat. So this is a case. And a rare case of a demon that tried to adapt their look to modern human society. But the thing with demons in Frieren, and you will notice, is that a lot of them are also, similarly to Frieren, completely emotionless. They don't emote at all, ever. Like, but they have great outfits. Like, this one, I think, has a very, like, 17th century French vibe going on. Very much noble. A lot of nobles in Frieren dress like this. And again, this is actually a character that sees a decent amount of screen time, and he has some really decent animation work. And the outfit, stupid simple. Stupid fucking simple, chat. Something in character design that I think a lot of people use subconsciously is repetition, right? So you see a lot of repeating elements in this dude's outfit. You see like in the edges, the gold edges of the coat, the little things that like symbolize the buttons, the repetition of the buttons, the repetition of the ruffles, the nice little green accent, the very simple boots with like no laces or anything, just very, very simple white pants, no patterns anywhere, simple straight lines, parallel lines, and a really, really good use of symmetry. And this is the shit. And this dude, you could cleave him in half, and he would have the same design both times. Something that's very, very good for animation. No, actually, I can cleave him in half. And it's great for animating. And when it comes to the very few action scenes Frieren has, the authors make amazing use of repetition. And it's something that, like, I could delete him. I could literally spread him in half, and I could flip him, dead ass. And the design is the same. Exactly the same. Like, genuinely, minus the small symmetries in the face, the design is the same. And I think for animation, that is phenomenal of a quality to have. It's what allows Frieren to have such consistently high quality no matter what the characters are doing, because the designs are simple, but they're very memorable. I still remember the fight scene with this dude to this day, and it was season 1. You know? You just final shaped him. I did. The anti-Hoyo. Ironically, yes. Yes. But the thing is that, like, MiHoYo animation work in 3D, they don't have to be as anal about those details as you do in 2D. I still think that simple is best when it comes to character designs because it makes things a lot more memorable. But with 3D, it's not that much of an issue, no. Look, I can just... Literally, it's the same character. It's the same character, chat. Deadass. Just boom. Done. And that's how good their repetition is. So yeah, this is why this character is actually pretty memorable. It's a really, really good design. Kind of like mimicking what nobles wear in Frieren. Because again, believe it or not, underneath the overcoat, it's a decently modern outfit. It's something that people could wear. Just the very roughly neckline is something that is more fantasy coded. Linny, again, super stoic and emotionless. But look at how well made this design is. Completely fucking symmetrical. This animated like a fucking dream, pink thing. And this one, it was like, oh, I'm cute, I'm unassuming, I'm dressing like a doll with my little twin tails and my little horn, but like the eyes are dead on the inside. Looks like a human doll, yeah. Very nice, warm color scheme, which is very ironic considering how cold these characters actually are. I love the shapes on this, though, because it looks really graceful and dainty and, like, demure. Like, with the little ruffles, the skirt split in half, the half corset, the cute little blouse. It's very sweet, and it's a very simple outfit. It might not look it because of all the ruffles, but the construction for this is painfully simple. It is literally the white dress, a petticoat, the brown overdress, and the corset, and then the tights and the shoes, and that's it. It's super simple. Yeah, incredibly doll-like. Very cute. And then Drat, which is like the last demon, which I do not think he knew how to dress himself. And I think that was on purpose, because like Drat has like long butt with this outfit. He does have like the ruffly shirt, but he's not dressed according to his station. The pants that he's wearing, chat, are very commoner coded. But he's wearing a shirt with a lot of decoration and dainty needlework on the ruffles, which is very noble coded. He also has a lot of color, which is very noble coded, but he's wearing like commoner loafers. So it kind of like shows, it gives away that the demons are not quite fitting in, nor are they trying to. It's a very, very subtle thing, especially for an NPC like this, which was, yes, technically meant to be fodder. I will say that this two sock combo is incredibly modern. Incredibly modern. Like, that's not something that you would normally see in a fantasy environment at all. I didn't really notice it at first because the shirt is more fantasy coded, but that like way to wear socks and shoes is very much modern. Like, and those are very modern loafers. Grandpa fit, yeah, grandpa looking ass fit. And yeah, this dude doesn't have like the design is symmetrical, but his hair isn't. So this one, I think, is, even though it's like cannon fodder, it is meant to look a little bit off-putting. The socks are cooking me. Same! But yeah, Drat is like a very simple design, very unassuming. Graf Granat. Oh, dude. Graf is great. He looks like a general I like it. Close. He's a noble. I think that he if I recall correctly, his son died to Aura, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, lost son, found star, which had like a very beautiful animation sequence thanks to that. The design though, let's talk about it a little bit. So this is a broken man. And it shows, because despite being a noble, he's not dressed very fancy. His hair is unkempt. His shirt is, like, not tucked in all the way. He's wearing very simple boots, not a lot of regalia. His belts are lopsided. And then he just draped his coat over his shoulder. It kind of, like, shows a lack of care for himself. And this is very common with people who are grieving, believe it or not. Yeah, very much unbuttoned collar. Like, he's not a proper, prim and proper person. And I really like this outfit because it does serve the fantasy purpose while being very simple. Because the jacket does the bulk of the work. Like, that coat does the bulk of the work in telling me that this is a character from a fantasy universe. Because believe it or not, underneath that outfit's really modern. You don't give a fuck about anything at this point. No, and it shows, and that's actually a really nicely characterized way. That, like, the unkempt hair, the stubble. Normally, you would be, like, clean-shaven and your hair would be pulled back properly. But he doesn't give a rat's ass, you know? He's a noble, but, like, he looks like he drinks a lot because of the prison. Yeah, but, like, it's compared to, like, Frieren and the rest of the design is very simple, but I think it gets the job done. Yeah, he's not in a good place.
Demons in Frieren are the reason the uncanny valley exists. A predator that is human-shaped but not quite right.
Yeah, actually. It's almost like that's the reason why we have that.
I
Thank
just
you.
realized that there probably was a time where demons ran around with nothing on, but then wore clothes later to lure people closer.
Yeah, like they've adapted, but not fast enough. Thank you.
You can feel the grief he carries.
Yeah, he definitely looks really, really sad, and like, that's part of his story arc. Alright, so after Graf. Kraft. Okay, so Kraft is the only other elf you see in the series so far in that season. And you will immediately notice that he's incredibly monk-coded. Okay? Incredibly monk-coded, but that's kind of like his thing. He's like super strong, whatever. Like, Frieren, his clothes don't quite fit the time period that he's wearing. He's wearing, like, his look older, though. His look much older than other characters, because he's wearing, because, like, elves don't really keep track of time very well. So, like, for him, he's like, humans have had this fucking fashion sense for, like, forever. They haven't. Things change. I like him, though, because he has a very foresty color scheme. Like, a lot of, like, dark greens in, like, olive tones. Nice gold on the cuffs of the outfit. The bandages on his feet. The scarf thing around, like, his shoulders. He's almost like a priest, but also a monk at the same time. It's a weird combo. I also really like his eyebrows, and Kraft is an elf that you can tell is much older because he has actual age lines on his face. So if you're assuming that Frieren is, like, 2,000 years old, Kraft is probably 5 or 6. He is a chill dude, for the most part, yeah. And his design is really, really, really simple. And, again, I like the consistency in making the ears stick out, you know? Just straight out from the skull. And that's how you can tell that someone is an elf in Frieren, and they're very rare. And Frieren actually explained that since they live for so long, they have, like, no sex drive. So, for them, like, reproducing is an afterthought. Like, Frieren is well aware that elves are gonna die out eventually because they just do not, like, do the thing. They have no desire to. They don't clock it. So, there aren't that many elves left because they will literally just not fuck each other. They don't care. Their passage of time is so fucking distorted. They can live, like, what, 10,000 years, give or take? So they don't really care. If they banged as much as humans did, it would be overpopulation chill. Yeah, so, like, they've evolved to just not have a sex drive. That's actually a fun fact about Frieren, elves in the Frieren lore. But yeah, Kraft's pretty simple design, but it gets the job done. I think he, like, shows that he's a very much older elf, and, like, his thing is, like, monk, you know? Sign! Okay. The MILF Hunter Extraordinaire! Okay, I actually really like Sign. And Sign is a character I do think that we're going to meet again. Definitely will meet again. Because if you look at his design, and you squint a little bit, you'll notice a lot more detail than other characters in Frieren. When it comes to NPCs, I think Sign is someone we're going to see again. Because the level of fucking design on this motherfucker is not coincidental. He has a fairly elaborate jacket with worn over white robes. He is a priest also, a pervy one. A lot of pattern work on the under part of this coat, like, and the part of the robe that he has, like, there has, like, a blue, like, stripe, like a V shape underneath it. There's a ton of fucking detail there, right? The amount of wrinkles on the outfit also denote a lot of detail work. The X's on the belt. He has, like, normal pants and just black boots, but when it comes to, like, other characters in Frieren, yeah, he's pretty up there. I do think that it's a character that's meant to have more importance, and Frieren does mention him by name more than once. And I like him because, like, he likes older women. But he does not believe that Frieren is an older woman. But yeah, a great design, but I don't think he's NPC coded. I think he has main party staying power. For sure. Loween, okay, so, disclaimer, and I'm saying this because I need to say this. I didn't like the tournament arc. I did not like the first class mage arc because it felt really forced to me. Everybody was like ranting and raving about it and like, oh my god, it's so cool. But I was just sitting there like, why is this necessary? Why couldn't you just take a, like, it didn't fit the vibe of the anime to me to have like a whole ass little tournament arc and do like combat and shit that felt kind of out of place. It dragged a little bit. Yeah, it dragged a little bit. I was like, why is this happening? Fucking get rid of it. However, they did actually have some really cute designs in this part of the season, yeah. Some of these though, while very, very cute, some of them started to fall out of the fantasy aesthetic. Loween, not so much. Loween has like magical girl coded. She has a beautiful dress in a gorgeous color. I love the ruffles. I love the way that it's tied up at the front with the blouse underneath, and I really, really like her shoes. However, is she giving mage? No. Not much. And considering that a lot of the characters you guys are going to see are in the running to become a first-class mage, it's kind of weird to me how a lot of them don't feel very magey. I still really like this design, for what it's worth. A gorgeous color scheme, really, really nice silhouette. Very cute, very demure, very feminine. I would wear the fuck out of this outfit. Loween is like teetering on the edge of she could be a mage or she could just be walking around in Harajuku with her cute Lolita outfit, you know? Very, very precious design. Very, very cute. None of them look like mages and I'm gonna die on this hill. Yeah, I'm with you, Spanish. So yeah, Loween, very, very cute. Very nice design. I don't like that part of the anime, but like in season 2, perfect, you know? Can, you're not a mage. You're not a mage. And you're barely fantasy. So you are one of the few designs in Frieren that I will fart reverb. Because you could wear this pretty much in modern day and most people wouldn't even blink at you. Yeah, she looks like she's going to the gym. If it wasn't for the thigh-high boots, I'm like, oh, summer girly pop. It's way too modern. I adore the colors, but it's way too modern and it does not at all look like something a mage would wear. Mediocre mage at best, yeah. Final Fantasy type fantasy, not even. It's way too modern. Does somebody have the Found Tab or not? No, I have to buy him his Steam Deck. Nate's Land, yeah. Yeah, Can is very out of place in the running for like the mage test, definitely. She just does not fit the bill for me at all. I think that they could have tried a little bit harder to make this more fantasy, but the main like culprit is the fact that she does not at all feel like a mage. And in a mage exam, I was expecting a little bit more people who looked a bit more like Fern. Like Loween at most. But people who felt like more like Fern. So I would say, Can, I like your character, but I don't like your design. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Forgive me for my sins, but I fucking hate Ubel. Okay? I don't like Ubel, but it has nothing to do with her design. Because I actually think her design is pretty baller. I love her dress, but it's way too modern. Ubel also fits in the why are you here? You're not a mage. Her design is way too modern, but it is very good. The thing I hate about her is her personality. Well, personality's fine. She's too OP for Frieren. With Ubel, I think that we had a problem. No triangle, I hate her. Fuck that bitch. Like... With Ubel, I had a problem where when you're making a story, right, you usually set rules for the world and you stick to them religiously because that way you avoid lack of cohesion and you keep things consistent. Ubel breaks that shit because Ubel is like the uber mage. She can learn how to do anything and she's more powerful than Frieren. Okay, ish. At least she's implied to be. And it gave me, like, so much ugh when they, like, talked about how her magic worked, because I was just like, how? Like, you would have to watch the show. I'm not going to spoil it for you. The concept of the character is really solid. The execution I did not like. The execution was Mary Sue but edgy. That was my problem with Ubel. The design is fine, not at all fit. Does it fit the anime though? No, not even a little bit. I feel like if Frieren was set in a more modern setting, she would actually look just fine. But I think that Ubel needed like a longer skirt on the back or fluffy sleeves or something that kind of like would put her in the fantasy setting. Because it genuinely feels like a character that the editorial forced them to put in because look how cool she is. And the worst part is that it works. I am one of the few people who actually does not like Ubel. Because she's hot. Yeah. People like her because she's hot. I don't like her. I'm very sorry. The edgy Sue. She's an... Oh, I love that. Can I use that? The edgy Sue. Yeah. And it's not just me. My husband doesn't like her either. She, like, I just didn't like her because, like, yeah, edgy Sue. Like, she literally blows everybody's mind. It's so fucking, like, ugh, not impressive. Like Seria saw her and was like, oh my god. It was like, no, fuck off. Like... But yeah. 2 nitpicks with Ubel is that I don't like how she was written and her design is way too modern for Frieren. Other than that, though, I love the hair and I love her facial expression. 2 bits. I've never seen Frieren, I've just seen fan art of her. You should watch the show. I highly recommend it. Even though I didn't love the tournament arc, it was not boring at all to watch. Like, it wasn't bad, just not my style for, like, the pacing that Frieren usually had. Land. Fucking Giga Chat. I love this fucker. You will have to watch the anime to understand why I deeply relate to this person, but this is about the type of design that I was expecting. I was expecting, slightly more, maybe not nerdy types, but, like, more flowing fabric, stuff that was more fantasy coded, slightly more ornamental clothing. He has, like, a half robe and, like, the oriental buttons on top, the stitching and the piping on the stitch lines on the sleeves of the coat, the nice, like, fabrics, very monotone color scheme. But looks very learned, look very scholarly, and definitely looks like someone who knows his way around magic. Like, I know that sometimes it's good to break stereotypes, but when you're setting rules for your world, and you also have to set them aesthetically, mind you, it's not good to deviate that much. Land, I think, though, is a good example of someone that I would think you are an aspiring, like, first-class mage. You look the part, you are an NPC, so your design is a little bit more unassuming than Frieren and Fern, for example, but you still very much feel like you fit here, which I like a lot. Wirbel, oh. This is one of the ones where, like, I wanted to like your design, but it's so modern. It's way too modern. Like, he's wearing, like... Follow along with me, chat. The only fantasy thing about him is probably his boots. He is wearing skinny jeans, a t-shirt with a tank top with a t-shirt on top of it that was full of holes, 2 crisscross belts that go nowhere, a choker that has a draping end to it that also goes nowhere, so the readability is already fucked. And then we're topping it off with a fucking coat with a fur fucking, like, lapel and neckline that's super chaotic and hard for the eye to follow, and a hairstyle that's also very chaotic and hard for the eye to follow. We're giving this coat, we are breaking the silhouette and flow of this coat to add cowboy fringes on it at the most awkward place, the man titty. And then we're adding the fur again on the sleeves, but we're not touching the bottom of the coat, so there's really nothing to tie the design top to bottom, so he looks like he could be split in half. He looks like a modern-day fashion model or a dude that's going to offer me fucking ecstasy at Coachella, you know? He does not at all fit with the aesthetic for Frieren in general, and this is one of the designs that I dislike this one way more than I dislike, like, Khan and Ubel, by the way. The character is really funny. I generally find him entertaining, but I do not like his outfit at all. Evil, but handsome. I didn't even think he was that bad. It's just his design is just not great.
What is your favorite fantasy race?
I do like elves. I think elves are my favorite fantasy race. Elves or vampires are my vibe. And like Draf from Grand Blue Fantasy. Yeah, big titty supremacy.
That you, Moroku?
Thank you.
So we doing anime character reviews now?
Yes.
If you've done others, I haven't seen them yet.
This is actually one of my first. I've done like another one for Gachiakuta, but I'm probably gonna do more from now on because they're really good for shorter segments.
Please don't get me wrong. I love Frieren. The anime is awesome. But I speak German as a first language and some of the names the characters have are a bit cringe.
I'm really sorry if I'm butchering your language, by the way, thank you.
You have to keep in mind that Tubal and the other mages from the exam are representatives of the modern era, the most recent generation of modern mages.
I would believe that if it wasn't for the fact that every other person in Frieren does not dress like this. It's just not, it's not consistent. That's the main problem I have with them visually. But thank you. Alright. Sharf, who the fuck are you? Did you, like, fail out immediately? I don't remember this dude. $50 head, where are your eyebrows? I don't dislike your outfit, but it's also what the fuck is that? Me face. Someone make this dude on Tomodachi Live and then get back to me, please, because I genuinely think that this guy's face is built like a me. Like, holy shit, chat. Proportions. You can see the thing I talked about in Frieren where I think that all of their facial features are squished in the center of their face and there's a lot of extra room in the cheeks. This dude actually shows it off perfectly. You can run 10 ads with that 5 head, 10 mid rolls on the 50 head. Like, if I did this is like... I'm sorry, I'm feeling unhinged today. One of Weirbill's teammates. I don't even remember this fucker. Like... That's so mean, but it's true! I'm gonna leave it like this and just like... I'm just gonna leave it like that and see how many people notice in the edited video. Yeah, okay, his outfit is pretty generic. It is fantasy, but the way that he's wearing his belt is a little bit more modern, I would say. I do like the silhouette, but again, very, very simple. This is like a fucking, like, globshito, like, in terms of Frieren characters. Louis, that's foul. I'm leaving it. Ere, she's very cute. Again, the type of character I was expecting to see in this arc. I love the color scheme. I love the really, like, the jewel tones, especially, like, on the skirt and on the cape. I also really like the way that her outfit works, that it's basically, like, a green skirt and then the white overcoat with a nice little belt and then just a really simple, like, capelet. This is kind of like the vibe I was expecting. Like, you can have, like, a modern mage mentality-wise, because I know that was, like, that's part of, like, the era of Frieren, if, like, the mages are evolving. But, like, the clothing still needs to fit the universe. I think that her clothing really fits with... Like, if you put her next to Fern, they don't feel out of place. Does that make sense? If you put Ubel next to Fern, it's like, who the fuck are you? Like, that's, like, my main issue with some of the designs in Frieren is that they're way too modern. If Ubel comes out at any later point in the manga, and she has an outfit that fits the universe a bit better, I think I would like her a little bit more. But this is more like what I was expecting. More cohesive, it's more consistent with Frieren's, like, art style. Denkin. Goat. The old man, whom I love to bits, who for some reason, he made it to first class mage, and I am worried for this man's life, but I love him. Catch these hands. Catch these hands. This dude went toe-to-toe with Frieren and was like, you know what? No. But that's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! I love this dude, okay? Yeah. Out of magic, but not out of options! Like, I am, like, obsessed with this dude, because his design is very similar to Eisen, where he's just a robe. A robe and a beard and his monocle, and again, exactly the type of dude I was expecting to see in this arc of Frieren. Very much looks like a mage. He also looks like he's done with living. I love his little boots because that like shows that he has a pretty stocky body type. And they could have made his cape go down to the floor, but they decided not to, and that's just such a great take. And it's a pretty generic outfit, but they broke it by giving him that like really big white neckline. Lemessa, thanks so much for the sub, and I really like that. Cass fits. Denkin is the tits. Okay, like it's a good outfit. It's generic, but it definitely fits the world of Frieren, which I like it a lot. Best grandpa, an absolute goat. He would just throw hands if he needs to. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Thank you. Bro got the street smart. Yeah. This is like why he's like the shit though.
He is the epitome of I may be out of spells, but I am not out of shells.
Yeah, no, he's actually like a very, very smart person. That's why he's first class. Thank you. Richter, are you a mage? I don't even remember you. Were you the one that, like, raised the mountain? Oh, yeah, he was! He was the one that was like, here, deal with land! And I was like, what the fuck are we doing? He looks very fancy. No, his outfit is actually great. He's a little out of place with the rest of the mages, which is probably why I couldn't clock him in the beginning, but there is some fantasy elements in his outfit, specifically the way that his coat is tailored. The black elements with the white piping are very fantasy, and he's wearing a longer overcoat, which is very mage-like. But he feels that. But I will say that this outfit is also almost too modern for the setting. Like, it still fits, but it's almost too modern, especially the shoes and the cut of the pants. Like, the most fantasy pants tend to be a little bit baggier. He's wearing, like, a full tailored suit, which was not common back in the day. He's almost giving lawyer. Almost giving lawyer, like Miles Edgeworth coded. Not a bad design overall, but you're a bit out of place. Laufen, yes and no. Yes, because this outfit is very fantasy. No, because you're not very mage. You're another one that, like, I was sitting there while I was watching this anime with, like, my head in my hands, right? And I was like, what's your damage? You look like a martial artist. I think that's part of her vibe, if I recall correctly. But, like, it made me mad. It was like, oh, it's Chinese coded. Of course the only thing it can do is martial arts. It made me mad. The outfit does fit within the general fantasy setting of Frieren, though. So it does get a pass for me. But you don't look at all like a mage. I will say that much. Not, like, she went to the wrong exam. Yeah, she was supposed to go to the martial artist tournament, and she showed up for the mage exam. Yeah, a fighting mage, yeah, definitely. I do think that, like, as a fantasy design, it's good. As a mage design, not so much. But she does fit the world of Frieren, so I'm not that bad at it. Jano, oh, Dad, like, yeah, I like him. So, he actually is already a first-class mage. He was one of the examiners. I actually really like the outfits, the uniforms for the first-class mages, because this definitely, if you put Frieren next to this motherfucker, they fit perfectly, you know? He has, in fact, I think I'm gonna bring her up. If you put Elf Grandma next to Jano, you will be able to see very, very clearly that they have similar aesthetics. That's about accurate size. That's the actual height. You're welcome. They have very similar fantasy elements already. Because the coat of the coat is a little bit more modern, but the way that it's implemented is very, very fantasy. The capelet, the cravat, the big boots with like a lot of straps, pants in like the same color. It almost feels like a military uniform, but it is a mage, and you can tell it's a mage by the robes and the way that the draping in the outfit happens. And again, Jano sees a decent amount of action, especially in Season 2. So he animates so well. Like, so well. You guys have no idea. She's right behind me, isn't she? Eh, baby! So yeah, they fit next to each other really, really well, which is why I really like this design. Because even though he's fairly, you could say he's almost generic, he stands out enough to be put next to Frieren of all people and not feel out of place. But, canon height. Perfect! Perfect size.
This is my first live stream of yours.
Welcome! I hope you're having fun. Thank you. Perfect for what, Lily? It's just like, it's just the size that she usually has. And like, if you put cannon size. Cannon size. Hobbit Frieren, yeah. That's not even sucking head, that's just pull-up height. She's tiny!
It's like if Megumin was named Oppenheimer.
Yeah, thank you. Baby grandma. She's very short, okay? But yeah, Genoa has a really good design, I think. I actually do like the first class mage uniforms a lot. Thank
Her
you.
magic is mostly physical enhancement, especially speed, so the outfit does make sense in tat context.
Yes, it does. But like, I was like, did you show up to the wrong exam? Thank you.
Gandalf pulls up to World Martial Arts Tournament.
Yes, oh my god, thank you. Who's that sassy lost grandma? That's literally Frieren, though. Okay. After Genoa, we have... Mother! Mother is mothering. Now, Methode, I like her Season 2 design better than the Season 1 one. But I will say, from just the last few episodes of Season 2, there's... MILF is MILFing, okay? Methode can get it. Is this design my favorite of hers? No, I prefer the Season 2 one. However, she does give more fantasy than people give her credit for. Because she has, like, the corset with, like, the really beautiful gold engraving, the cape. That is very much a peasant fantasy top. The only thing I do not like about her outfit is the shorts. The shorts feel so out of place to me. I think this outfit would have looked much better with just solid red leggings or solid black leggings. Because the boots are perfect. The blouse is perfect. The corset is perfect. The cape is perfect. Her hair is flawless, and I love her face. But the booty shorts with the red tights don't really fit that much to me. Either way, though, she does not feel out of place in Frieren's world, so it's fine. But the Season 2 look is way milfier, way better. Editing team, put up the fucking Season 2 look so they can tell how fucking milfy it is. Thank you. I love you. Also, insert gsupps at the start of the video. Edo, you were... Who the fuck were you? You were also in the test, I think. This one's incredibly unassuming, but it does kind of fit the fantasy aesthetic, although... I can see an Uma wearing this as a casual outfit, which is not a good thing for you. In the sense of, is the outfit cute? Very adorable. But, like... That reminds me, I was, like, working on an Uma comic, and, like, Hubby was helping me color a page, and he just went, like, no context. Man, horse pussy hits different. And I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And he was like, oh, nothing, you drew this really well. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. He almost gave me a heart attack. I was like, dude. Hubby, what? Yeah. Yeah, out of context. I was like, you do know that out of context that sounds awful, right? He was like, yeah. Like, he was coloring a page with, like, a horse character, like an Uma, and he's like, man, horse pussy, sure hits different. And I was like, oh, okay, excuse me. You married that. I did. I put a ring on that, yeah. A little nitpick I have with this outfit, though, as cute as it is, and it doesn't quite fit with Frieren, but I will give it a pass because it's still kind of fantasy-ish, is that these don't look like boots. These look like socks. I think that there needed, like, a zipper or a buckle somewhere to show that it's boots. He knew exactly what he was doing. Oh, I lost my shit every time he did it. Sense. Oh, okay. Okay. I think this is also one of Hubby's favorites in Season 1. Let me tell you why this design is actually mage perfection. So, Sensi, I think that's how you pronounce her name, she uses her hair for magic for the most part, which is really, really beautiful. But I genuinely like that her biggest magical trait is on full display. It's the hair. It's long, it has such nice flow to it, like my eye has so many good places to rest on this design on silhouette alone, and the silhouette conveys exactly what it needs to, that her hair is the main character here. I also like, you barely see her arm, she has like a beautiful cloak that has really nice fringes and really nice ruffles, and then underneath that, I'm just assuming it's a white dress. And the big bow with the ruffles just ties together that very ethereal doll-like look that's such a big part of her vibe. In general, I think this design is a masterpiece. For an NPC, again, you could put Fern or Frieren next to her, would not look out of place at all, because she perfectly captures that, like, first-class mage aesthetic, which is, like, the biggest thing you can do, the magic you can use should be up front and center. Half of the porn I've seen of this is hair jobs, and with good reason? And with good reason? Were you expecting anything else? Sensei's perfect. I think one of my favorite characters in season 1, yeah. Would you make art of her? Probably. It would have a hair job. Lernan, were you... He was in the test. Again, I forget a lot of these because they're kind of like globshitos, and I wasn't... I paid attention to season 1, I promise. I do remember all of it, but some characters I, like, immediately became white noise in the back of my head. I do like Lernan's design, though, because he has, like, a really cool old-school mage aesthetic. He was Sarius' pet, right? Yeah, he was, like, Sarius' like, top pupil. I don't remember if he's dead in season 2 or what. I don't think so, but, like, he definitely looks the part of a mage who's seen a lot of shit. He's older. I love his design, though, because it's just the first-class mage uniform, but instead of wearing the same coat that Janot was wearing, he is wearing a big, big white cloak with a gold thing to fasten it. And when we get to Serie, you will see that their designs actually tied together, because Serie, much like Frieren, dresses really out of time, but she dresses more to the past. So Lernan looks really, really good design-wise, because it's just a very simple white cloak on top of the uniform, and a very, like, learned face, very, like, old, very scholarly, very studied. Alright, there she is, the wet cat! Fucking, I love this thing, okay. Hubby doesn't like her because he's like, I can never tell if it's a girl, or I was like, what do you mean it's a girl? I like Serie because she is essentially a wet cat. Sniffer of the elf. Japanese-wise, and we watched the Japanese dub, she has a kind of masculine voice, but I really like her design because she kind of is antithetical to Frieren. Frieren has a very old-fashioned mindset when it comes to magic, and Serie doesn't, but their outfits are inverted. Frieren dresses more modern, and Serie dresses so old-fashioned. Like, her outfit is like, she looks at least 200 years behind everybody else fashion-wise, and it really suits the character. I love the little hair ties in her hair, giant ears, no jewelry except for her grippers, which I love. A very simple outfit, which is just shorts, a blouse, and a coat draped up top. Her main accessory being that green pendant, which is different to Frieren's main accessory being red earrings. So they do have a contrast to each other. There is beef here. There is elven beef. They don't like each other because they are antithesis to each other when it comes to both philosophy and design. I think Serie is, like, a great example, though, of an elf that, like, refuses to conform to the aesthetics of the modern day, and she looks like she never leaves her house. It almost looks like pajamas, and this character is a wet fucking cat, chat. Smug as fuck, yes. Who the fuck are you? Spanish, when I told you to put everyone... Globshito, I don't remember what your deal was, but you're deleted bald, and I could probably make your face smaller, and, like... and no one would notice. You're just making people up now. I'm not. He died. He probably died. Bald. Fodder man. A bland, very, very normal character. Dunst. I swear to God. Where did you come from? I like your outfit. It's very priestly / magey, but, like, huh? Magnificent mustache. Yeah, good shit. Thon. Who are you? God, like, I'm only really capable of remembering, like, the mages, and that's it. Who is this? The jacket is dope, though. They were just there, but they were listed as important in the wiki. Were they? Were they really? The jacket is fucking fire, though. Time for the globshitos. Yeah, we're lightning rounding the globshitos. Lange. Oh, she's cute, but again, who are you? She's super cute, but again, who are you? I love your dress. Your dress is so fucking modern, though. I would wear that. Hero of the South. Oh, I like this dude a lot. The writing for this dude was great. And again, much like Himel, they existed around the same time, so that's why their clothing is similar. But he's like, color scheme-wise, completely the opposite to Himel. Himel is mostly like cool tones. The Hero of the South is mainly warm tones. 2 swords, great draping on his jacket and his coat, and I really like the outfit. And I also really like the slick back hair. It just predominantly, I like that he's supposed to be like the opposite of Himel, but has just a good story. Yeah, he's a goat. He's the goat. I agree. That's why he's the goat. Yeah, 1,000,000,000%. I won't talk more about the Hero of the South because that's season 2, and you guys should go watch it. But spoiler alert, he kind of like paved the way for Himel to do his thing. That's about as much as I can say. Revolte. Wood. I know that you're not supposed to bang demons in Frieren because they feel nothing, but like, again, watch the fucking demons have the most fantasy designs to ever fantasy in Frieren. We got like Spanish. You got the shittiest fucking shot you could though. Like, holy shit. Like, this is the concept art, but like, when I tell you guys that he looks bomb.com in the anime, he really does. He moves so well. I love this design though, because I'm obsessed with the blindfold and the horns, and this is a demon that altered himself with magic. He was on the official website, bite me. But like, I love the forearms, I love the jewelry, I love the pauldrons. Put extra pictures in here, editors. It's probably gonna be on Wave. Wave, extra pictures, please, of Snake Daddy being Snake Daddy. I also really like how bright the color scheme is. And another thing I like is I have a pet peeve when people make characters with 4 arms, that they make them come out of, like, weird places. This one, I think they're coming out right below his shoulder blades. The arm should be a little bit higher up, but the way that they're, like, animated makes them look very natural, believe it or not. This is a very simple design, though. It's, like, super ornamental in the face because of the blindfold has, like, some little, like, dangly bits, but it's super good because the bulk of it is on the snake body. Just like it has the sash to cover the snake pee-pee, and that's it. It's such a good design, though. 2 dicks! 2 dicks, mama. Jong, I don't like your design at all. It's way too modern. I could see like 50 VTubers wearing this. If I can see a VTuber wearing it, you didn't do a good job. Not fantasy enough. Bad. Cute design for a modern outfit, would wear this. Bad design for Frieren. Not fantasy enough. Get rid of it. Among, I wish you had your other sleeve, and I wish your coat was not cut so stupid. Like, I love the color scheme, and the concept for this is solid, but I hate that you can split this outfit in half and it's 2 completely different fits. I don't like that at all. Staff is dope, though.
The G in Genua is like the G in Grand.
I don't know what this means. I don't speak German, but thank you. Very chopped outfit. I didn't even notice when I was watching the show because the animation was so good.
Hubbymations is hilarious.
Yes, he is.
Please tell him that.
Oh, he's aware. He heard that. He appreciates it. Thank you.
Sense actually wants to test the mages and get to know them instead of going, I don't like your vibes. You fail.
Yeah,
lol.
Sensi actually put a hard test that was hard.
The world's oldest tsundere.
Yes, thank you.
Her smug aura mocks me.
Yes, very much so. Thank you. It's inhibition. Yeah, most of them are German words. Apologies to the German people for the language that I've butchered.
I hate Siri since she's the kind of person who just decides she doesn't like you at first impression, and won't ever change her mind no matter what.
I think that Flam said that was her biggest character flaw, is that, and that's the reason why Frieren didn't struggle with her that much.
Looks like she's about to stab Geralt.
Yes. Like, Frieren said that, like, she would never pass Frieren, no matter what she did, but she would pass Fern because Fern made a better first impression. Yeah, Saria is really difficult as a person. Frieren is actually banned from hanging out with her for the next 1,000 years. Alright. Solid, I think, is a better example of asymmetry. This is asymmetry done right. It's a very small bit of asymmetry. It's enough to not be distracting. It's a very, very beautiful one. I'd actually never seen the concept art for this because, fun fact, these characters showed up at night, so the colors did not show quite this brightly. I love the repetition on this character, though, 2 bits. Like, the diamond gemstones on her wrists and on her garter is super fucking cute. I like the bodysuit. I also really like the choker, and I love the blindfold. And the horn shape is also really fairly interesting. I think that, like, the demon hairstyle is, like, hair that poofs out, and then they have a lot of little baby hair ties. But, like, you guys have no idea how well this fucking character is animated. It's insanely fun to watch the episode where she shows up. A really good one, I would say. Editors, if you can add a short clip or 2, I would love you forever, because I think it just really shows how well this design animates, how good it looks in motion. And that was, like, the last character. Let me say some supers before I do the outro. This is, like, the cover for the first season, for the soundtrack.
Siri also highlights an often overlooked issue with immortality. Having to deal with ever-changing governments of bureaucracy. And if another immortal also helps run the government and sets the laws, specifically hates you.
Yeah, that's why Frieren had a hard time with her, I think. Thank you.
Siri hated that her best student prioritized flower magic. She runs herself with flowers grown with said magic after the study died.
Saria has a soft side that I think is probably going to be looked at later, for sure. Thank you. I love the cover for Frieren, like, for the first season, because it just kind of, like, highlights the slower pace of the anime, if that makes sense. But that was the cast for Season 1 and Season 2 of Frieren, Journey's End. It's Beyond Journey's End. It's such a beautiful anime. I do genuinely hope that more people will watch it and ignore the hype for it, because a lot of people have actually, like, don't want to watch these things because of the hype. I would say ignore other people and just enjoy the show at your own pace. It's a beautiful fucking thing. Most of the character designs were really, really solid. The only few that I didn't like were the ones that I felt genuinely lacked cohesion with the vibe of the anime and the world. But for the most part, it's incredibly fucking solid. Do you guys want me to talk about more anime? Like, which ones would you guys like to see me review? Like, comment, subscribe, let me know, because I do genuinely want to hear it. I want to, like, dip my toes into it a little bit more. I know that this stuff is a little bit more niche, but I genuinely watch a ton of anime. Believe it or not, I consume a fuck ton of this media. But let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me talk about more anime in the future. And remember, if you guys want to be the best mage ever and or slam Ubel or Fern, depending on who your waifu is, I may or may not judge you a little bit. Check out Gamer Subs, mama! Like, it's so fucking good. Pure fucking clean, magical energy. Fern will not pout at you if you give her some gsupps, okay? It's so tasty, it's sugar-free, literally the most affordable energy drink on the market, 40 cents per serving, chat. Each one of these tubs has 100 of these, okay? It's a lot, and they last for a long time. I would know, I have a lot of these. And if caffeine is ooky spooky and you want to take it nice and easy like Frieren does through life, they have caffeine-free versions of every single flavor. And AFK if you want to sleep better, as well as the caffeine-free Gamer Aid, which is designed for hydration and focus. Not to mention waifu cups, some of them may or may not be Goonie. I think there might be a collab dropping soon. with brown dust, so that's about as goony as we're gonna fucking get. And t-shirts, a bunch of stuff. If you guys ever want to help me get my own waifu cup though, use code Kinkimation at checkout for 10% off your entire order, or go to gamersubs.gg/Kinkimation. Editing team, staple this at the beginning of the video because I like putting them at the start and at the end because I'm generally bad at that. Honest to God, like I love doing the ad reads, but I always put them at the end. And yeah, that's about it for this segment. Nice. Okay, that was a shorter review. I think that, like, I'm enjoying the idea of reviewing anime because it's pretty fun. I watch so much of this shit, you guys. So much.
I dunno if people pointed it out, but have you ever seen clips of Frieren's dub voice? It's very mommy to the stars and soothing to the ears. Makes me melt into a puddle. VA did amazing work.
They did really good, but like I have not watched the English dub. Thank you.
Just to note a reason for the mage exam. Frieren's destination is in dangerous demon territory, so the kingdom banned travel without a first-class mage protector.
Yeah, I did know this. I watched the show.
Frieren might be powerful, but she couldn't be bothered to get another certificate that'll be outdated in a few decades.
Yeah, like she generally could not be bothered. But yeah, I did watch it. I did know, but like I just felt that like the way they did it was a little bit not super fun. It kind of like it fucked with the pacing of the anime, if that makes sense. So the pacing for Frieren is very slow, very chill. And then you put in a tournament arc that was a much faster pacing, much more combat and oriented and focused. It just kind of took me out of it.
Fern dub voice says Stark as Mr. Stark.
Oh, baby. Thank you. So that's why I didn't like the tournament arc, because it kind of like took me out of the whole vibe for the anime. It was about connecting, like, the past to the present, and there was, like, barely any, like, callbacks to the Frieren's past in that bit, and it was just so much more fast and so much more action that it kind of took me out of it. Again, it's something that most people probably didn't care about, but for me, it did kind of bug me, because I like pacing staying more or less consistent. Sensei was great, though, like, the most pleasant mage ever. I actually really like Sensei's powers. I thought that they were very interesting. My friend might have a very similar opinion about that arc. Yeah. Like, I'm not the only person who thinks so, but, like, most people tend to not mind. Because it's very common to see tournament arcs like that in manga, if that makes sense. I heard a rumor that the author didn't want to do it, but the editorial kind of, like, forced their hand. And if that is true, it does show. But yeah, like, I was thinking about, like, dipping my toe more into anime reviews, mainly because, like, A, they are really good for, like, shorter reviews. They don't tend to have really big casts unless you're, like, doing shonens, and then those are huge. And B, like, I watch so much of this stuff, I might as well make use of it. Shonen do like their tournament arcs. Yeah, but that's the funny thing. Frieren isn't a shonen at all. It's never been treated like one. But yeah, we can do more animes. Like, I'm probably gonna do animes of stuff that reviews for stuff that I've watched so far. And then maybe we can do some blind. But we start basically with the stuff that I've seen before.
Since we are doing anime, I would ask for Dragon Ball characters, but I get the feeling you would spend an entire stream on just Bulma as she had so many hairstyles, outfits and whatnot over the years.
I think I would just pick like one and run with that one, like the most used one.
Wait,
thank you.
Frieren had a tournament arc? When?
Yes, the first class mage exam technically counts as a tournament arc. Thank you. Isn't the manga in Shonen Weekly? You don't have to be a shonen to be in Shonen
designs?
Weekly. Maybe. You don't have to be a shonen to be in Shonen Weekly. That's just kind of like one of the big publications for manga. Demon Slayer I could probably very easily do. I generally like the character designs on that one, and I've watched all of it. JoJo outfit for people with hilarious. I don't particularly think that's a good idea. I think I would antagonize the vast majority of the JoJo fandom if I did that. Man, Blind One, which one have we not watched? We haven't watched a lot, believe it or not. I'm not doing it, Wave. Believe me, it's a bad idea. I don't like most JoJo designs. I like some of them, but like 3 of them, and it's just not a good idea. I have no interest, personally. Naruto has a lot. There's some series that we would have to approach, like, very specifically. Like, for example, One Piece would be several videos. Dragon Ball Z would be several videos. Any shonen that has been running for more than, like, 2 or 3 seasons would probably be a ton of work. So those would have to be approached differently. But, like, for the most part, most animes don't have casts that are too huge.
Magi. The Labyrinth of Magic?
Magi? I don't remember if I watched it or not. Thank you.
Would love another Digimon creature review.
That one could happen, but I need to get hubby to play Time Strangers and collect them for me. Thank you. My Hero would be another one that I would have to approach over the course of probably 2 or 3 streams, because that's a pretty big cast. All right. Time for another segment. Let's go, because I missed 2 streams. We need to make content, mama. So you guys remember a while ago that we watched a bunch of old game ads? I want to bring that back. I actually really enjoy old-timey ads, especially for games, because they're so unhinged half the time. Gotta fill the backlog. Yeah, like, yes and no. Like, you guys know I have to make a decent backlog of content, but, like, I didn't stream yesterday, so segments that I normally put, like, in front of, like, a gaming stream and stuff, I can probably do now. Because thankfully, anime reviews are not that long. Two days, actually. Yeah, I'm like, why am I missing 2 days? But, like, energy. You guys remember my setup for old game ads? Yeah, my old-timey TV, I brought it back. We have to educate the children on old-timey ads. Yes, we do. You left us. I did. I'm sorry. I have company. I am purple because of the lighting, butt fucks. You have to deal with normies. No, believe it or not, not normies at all. Why are you purple? Because I'm setting the mood, chat. Yeah, it's completely normal for you to turn purple like grape juice when you're pregnant. Don't worry about it. You look cute, purple. Thank you.
One Piece would probably carry you for years of segments at your normal speed, and
Yes, it
how
would.
you weave them around other things.
One Piece would actually be ridiculously funny because of that. It would take so long. Thank you.
One day we'll learn what sexy Pikmin is.
Oh, yeah, I promise we will. I promise. Thank you. All right. Segment time, mama. So a while back, like what, last year, I did a little segment where we watched old game ads. And we had such a good time that I want to bring that back. Because as someone in chat said, we gotta educate the children. Like, kids, you don't get it, alright? Like, fucking Gen Zers and Gen Alpha and fetuses in chat, y'all don't get the majesty that was old school game ads. Before everything on the internet got leaked, and when fucking companies were allowed to be unhinged, it was an art form to make these, okay? So I think we're gonna look at more. We have a bunch to, like, react to. So you guys can kind of, like, learn the level of what the fuckisms that we had to deal with when we were younger, okay? Because, mama, we're old, but we're sharing all our wisdom. So let's get to it! These are tiny, tiny. God, it's so old, chat.
Introducing Alien vs. Predator for the 64-bit Atari Jaguar.
Oh, dude, the camera. The camera. Stop the camera. That camera just went everywhere.
You might not want to play it alone.
Oh, this was considered an ooky spooky game back in the day. Like, where is your, where are your headphones? Where is your, like, super dark room? And make your room lighting dark and purple like mine. Me.
Mom.
That's not mom! That's your mom's corpse! I love old-timey game commercials, because only a commercial like this could traumatize the children enough to be like, I need to save my mom, I'm buying the game. Do the math. Died. Oh, and this is like for like Alien versus Predator on like the Atari system, chat. This is 80s cheese. This is 1980s cheese. The creme de la creme. Like back in the day where ads were not scared of fucking scaring children because the investors. Now fuck your investors. We're traumatizing a generation and we're gonna get them to buy the game, mama. That's how we do things. I miss when companies had a spine. More. What are we looking at? I love old commercials. They really are.
Right from the start, Konami Sports for Nintendo break away from the crowd. Test your skill and stamina.
That actually looks really good, though. Can I just say that that actually looks decent? Like, it's old, but, like, I can tell what it is. Olympic. This is the 80s. Oh, sick transition energy. I love how we have to put these up on my fucking dinky old-timey TV.
In track and field 2's 15 grueling events, including Taekwondo.
This is like Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, but, like, without the Hedgehog and Eggman doing ice skating. This is just real people. That's so boring! But it's history, chat. It's history. This one has to be 80s, though, because there's barely any color, and it's, like, so fucking pixely and chopped.
Skeet shooting and canoeing.
Oh my god, I forget that canoeing is an Olympic sport. It's very much an UI. Yeah, old.
On your skates for Blades of Steel, the hottest game on ice. It's full high-contact hockey, where you're in control right down to the fights. Konami Sports.
The worst part is that these are probably so difficult to play. Like, all of these games, like, they look fun, but, like, try and play one of these, and you're going to feel rage in the levels that you have never felt before. You know? That's actually really smooth. Great transitions! Konami makes games, yeah, before Pachinko.
Double dribble. Konami, wherever great games are sold.
Yeah, the old games are gonna jank, but I think that, like, the jank is part of, like... The jank is part of, like, the fun, I think, right? Like, when you're playing an old game, you're expecting the jank, like, molded by it, fueled by it, forged by it. When you're playing a new game and the new game is janky, you're like, what the fuck is this? But, like, if I pick up a game from, like, the 90s and I start playing it and it's, like, fucking janky as fuck, I'm like, oh, it's old, it's okay. It's like forgiving an old person for being racist. You just expect the old game to be built that way. So it's not ideal, but it plays. Oh, dude, I never had one of these. I got so jealous of all, like, my uncle had one of these because my first, like, portable was a Game Boy Advance. But he had a yellow one and you could, like, see the stuff on the inside. I thought that was so cool, chat. Genuinely thought that was the coolest shit in the planet. The Game Boy Color was truly, like, the console of all ages. Did this one also, like, slurp batteries? You know it's the 90s because the case is clear. Isn't it good, though? Was it the one that had, like, 4 AA batteries? Yes. 2 AA batteries. Dude, yeah, like, it's 7 hours and then that's it. It's dead. Like, buy rechargeable ones. The old one had 4. Damn, only 2 for this one. That's not that bad. The Game Boy Advance also had AA batteries, fun fact. We didn't start charging consoles until the SP, I think. And they were like the tits. Oh my god, Link in 3D? Like, that's so cursed. It's like not even like Ocarina Link, it's just like a render of Link in 3D to like make it more look cinematic, and I'm like, Link? That's so cursed, I hate it. With magic? Okay, I will say that for the time, this is actually fairly impressive. This is actually fairly impressive 3D work for the time. Yeah, I like it. Oracle of Ages and Seasons is great. Yeah, it's cute. Oh, where have I seen this before? Or rather, this was before. Let me guess, is my fucking girlfriend gonna turn into a stupid lizard for like 20,000 years and the fucking plot twist that I caught immediately? Fix it. Fix your shit. Fix your shit, Link. Oh, there he is. Cursed.
Zelda returns the Game Boy Color in an adventure.
But can I say this? I like this trailer because it kind of tells me what the deal with the game is. A lot of trailers nowadays for games are cut in like the same exact way every time, and it's so fucking boring. I miss game commercials like these too. I do.
Just one game, rated E for everyone. Each game sold separately.
Oh, this one had 2 games.
To it.
Ew. Like, what the fuck was that fetish shit at the end?
Color
Disembodied.
in an adventure too big for just one game, rated E for everyone. Each game sold separately.
To it.
Go away. You calling Dragon Zelda a cunt is still one of the funniest moments ever. Yeah, I stand by it. Oh, the lips, I forgot about that. I don't like the lips. Go away. Okay, what's this? Why do I see like a very stereotypical like fucking fat park ranger character here? What's the drama? What's the vibe, chat?
Let's see. You were doing 140 in a 35 zone.
Oh, cartoon cars. That was a thing though, PlayStation, yeah. This is before Cars the movie, and may I just say that these look slightly better. I would much rather the eyes be the headlights than the whole windshield screen. Because it's really weird, you know? Holy shit, I'm becoming dust. Oh, yeah. You sneeze and you evaporate and disappear.
Sideswiped 3 cars.
Yeah, me. This was the shit. Yeah, I see it.
Sides.
POV what she sees. Ma'am, yeah, oh. Lily, what? What? Lily, what? Don't Lily me. You know, you guys thought about it too. Lily, why not? I was giving this media, I will do with it what I please. POV of what we're seeing. What angle are we doing? What are we gonna do to get out of this speeding ticket, chat? What are we willing to do? How far will you go?
Swiped 3 cars. I believe this bumper belongs to you. Destruction. Chaos.
Love it.
You didn't use your turn signals.
Oh, that's like the one thing I'm not guilty of, officer. I always use my turn signals. I'm Mexican, you need to.
Son. I'm gonna have to write you up for that last one.
But what if, like, how far are we willing to go, officer, to get rid of this problem? Like, I will whip my tits out so fast. Just let me keep driving like a fucking animal. Thank you.
FX with a Super FX chip for multi-dimensional visual weirdnicity.
I love these old trailers because, like, it shows me gameplay and it also, like, tells me a silly little story and it makes me engaged. You know? I enjoy that. I like that. The new trailers are all cut the same. It's so boring. Whenever I, like, watch, like, the Game Awards or Summer Games Fest, I feel like I saw the same trailer 5 times. That's the noise he made when he fucking nutted. Energy! What? Piggy noises? Yeah, cut it out! No! Lily, stop! Baby! Simply mind-blowing. You're 15 weeks woman. No, who cares?
Simply mind-blowing.
What does that have to do with? Yeah, DK. What does that have to do with anything? Monkey.
Best looking video game, period.
Hubby says that like he's just nodding furiously next to me. I've actually not played this DK before, but I'm gonna have to, and he says that I'm gonna cry.
The best game out there.
I love
100.
I love DK games, and I feel like even though this is gonna make me want to pull my eyes out of my sockets, I'm gonna enjoy myself.
A+, a step up from the rest, a classic.
Yeah!
Your eyes. As good as the hype. The best graphics ever on the console.
I mean, I will say this, according to what Hubby told me and from what I can see, the graphics for the DK games, for country games, were actually mind-blowing at the time. It was really, really good stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah, DK Country actually had really impressive graphics for the time that it came out. Because it actually had 3D sprites, I think. 3D on the SNES was absolutely fucking wild. Yeah, and they were good games. And that was like old school Rare, too. Like, apparently, according to Hubby, the tone does not fit the game at all, but, like, okay, I'll take it, you know? Pre-render was actually really uncommon. Yeah, it wasn't common at all. The tone of the ad was, like... Because I've heard the soundtrack. It's really chill, so it's really funny to me that, like, the tone of the ad was like, yeah, BB, rocker, BB, go skate park, BB. DK series is very atmospheric. Like, one of my favorite songs ever is Sticker Brush Symphony. But I think that's from Country 2, and it's just so soothing. It's really relaxing. You can listen to that shit and like disconnect your brain. I love it so much. Monkey, yeah, I like DK. I'm probably gonna struggle with these games, but I'm excited to play them. Okay, I see Marvel bullshit.
Who would win a superhero fight?
Why are you naked? Why do you have Iron Man tidy whities? Is that where you want your dick to go? Like, what's the story here, chat? Like, what?
Iron Man? Ricky?
Oh, we have different ones. Oh, no, story for another day, but like, I'll tell you guys later, but like, underoos with the superhero faces. Why? No, I guess if, like, dress for the job you wish you had, but, like, why your underwear?
Spider-Man?
To be fair, having Peter Parker underoos is very liking character for him.
Wolverine? What a glorious battle this would be! Paragon! I am the Alpha and the Omega!
Oh, okay. I love how unhinged this shit used to be, though. Energy! Energy! Chat, energy! It's not that old, but it's so fucking funny. It's so unhinged. Ass shot. Tidy whitey shot, chat. 10 out of 10. Not in bad shape. No, he's actually in pretty decent shape, but like, the underoos fucking sold me. Give Hubby some Venom underoos. Babe, if I find some, can I get them for you? Would you wear them for me? Yay!
Rated T for teen.
Rated T for teen, mainly because of the underoos on the commercial. Before EA became EA. Oh, okay. I love the old school scuffed 3D with a passion, chat. I really do. I'm sorry.
Showtime!
Oh! Oh! Oh, I'm gonna have to mute this. Cause, like, that's gonna get DMCA'd to filth. Yeah, let's go. What is happening here?
No rules.
Why are we playing,
Playboy
like...
magazine says environments as interactive as a level of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
I fucking love that. This is basically America. This is what I picture Americans are like. They just throw themselves off rooftops and, like, fight people in parking lots. Is this not the current state of the United States of America? Yeah. Yes. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, I love that, though, because, like, I'm halfway joking, but, like, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are actually dead serious. That's Alabama. No. This is, like, the southern part of the Midwest. Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, and, like, Florida. Mostly Florida. This is very Florida coded. Yeah. I'm purple because the lighting in my room is purple. Get it? This is just the States. Yeah, if you go to Florida, this is like your average fucking interaction. Honest to God. You're gonna fucking see someone choking someone out because they got the last crumble cookie. Or, like, fucking your poor DoorDash driver. Fighting over, like, the Starbucks Bear Cup or, like, the new limited edition Stanley mug. Like, just, you know, normal American things. Jesus Christ. I like how they call this, like, backyard wrestling. This is not wrestling. This is just... Oh, is that the fucking insane clown posse? Is that the Juggalos from Homestuck? It never escapes me. I can never escape, ever. What are they doing here? Now I know for a fact it's American. As if the fucking fiery font in the title didn't give it away. Backyard wrestling. It's the States.
The designers of Sega's new World Series Baseball set up cameras to capture what it really feels like in a Major League box.
I mean, they did pretty good, if that's actually true. They probably did do that. Hubby's like wincing. Is that bad? Does that look bad? Why does it look bad? Explain. I don't think they actually put cameras, but like the game looks pretty good.
So you can pick any Major League team in any ballpark.
Okay, no, you can't have cameras like that, not without drones.
Even the guys riding a pine. So with Sega's new World Series Baseball, everything happens, well, more like it does in real life.
I don't think we have cameras like that surrounding the bases in real life, because if you slide wrong, that's $10,000 into the garbage.
Hey, Ricky!
Oh!
Yeah! Also, that's me in like 10 years. Again, where has this whimsy gone? Where has it gone? It's been replaced by fucking corporate greed. I also blame Inception, because we never recovered from the like Inception trailers. Like, I don't know, Mama. Part of it is corporate greed, for sure. But, like, we need to bring this whimsy back. I like trailers like these. They're fun. Yeah, modern marketing is very samey, isn't it? Hans Zimmer music, yes! You guys can't see these on my screen because you guys are using my, like, rinky-dinky TV. But in my fucking screen, these are tiny. Like, bitty, bitty, bitty baby. Like, 200 pixels by, like, fucking 400 pixels. It's bad.
Absolute Entertainment brings the excitement of an arcade legend home to your Super Nintendo.
What is that stance? Why are we, like, fucking pop it, lock it? Like, on the character with the gun. Is that how people stand when you shoot? Do you have to pop the booty out or the bullet doesn't land? Like, does the ass have to be out? Wait, does that mean that the Nika's shooting stance is legit? Does your booty need to wiggle jiggle faux sure for the bullet to hit? I made fun of them this whole time! For balance. Oh, shit. But then if your cake is too fat, you're gonna fall over anyway. That can't be right. Maybe it is. Maybe there's so much recoil that you need to, like, pop your spine. To help trajectory. It looks so fucking stupid,
Entertainment System. Experience all the outrageous, out-of-this-world action of Space Ace.
Energy.
The defender of truth, justice, and the planet Earth has a lot of upside. You've got rugged good looks, rippling muscles, and
oh my god. Yes, give me some unhinged pixel art that's like low-key parodying Disney in like fucking like barely animated format. Rugged good looks, he says as he fucking smiles like a psycho who's probably gonna pull out his teeth one by one in front of you and then give them to you as a present. It looks more like he wants to, like, eat her face, not kiss her.
and a beautiful girlfriend named Kimmy.
She's so beautiful, her face is so symmetrical, and her eyes have amazing, gorgeous shapes, and her nose is definitely not in two different time zones. Thank you
Then
very
there's
much.
the hard part. You're pitted against the evil Commander Bork,
These
who's
two dudes
blasted
look
you
the
with his
same.
dastardly infanto ray and turned you into a little kid, kidnapped Kimmy, and is threatening to conquer the Earth. And on top of all that, your name is Dexter. Your job, rescue the girl.
Okay, so the guy popping his spine is meant to be a kid. Okay, that the stance is a lot better
Save the
explained
world,
now.
run the bad guy out of the solar system, and regain your manhood. Not necessarily in that order. It's
Regain your manhood. Yeah, your puberty, go fight for it. Your balls haven't dropped yet. That's your curse. Go get them back.
Entertainment Space Ace for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Energy. He stole my dick. It's true, he has no dick.
This is Zordon calling the Power Rangers.
Another thing that they don't really do that much now is put, like, real people in the ads. Because back in the day, graphics were, like, not so great, so we compensated by putting, like, actual people in the ads. Nowadays, things look really nice, so they can just make the entire ad with the in-game assets, but I kind of miss this shit. Bring it back.
Beware, Rita Repulsa and her evil...
I like her!
Men are out to destroy all of you in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Super NES. Fight your way through 7 incredible...
So, like, the
levels of
beat-em-ups.
non-stop
We have, like, there's a
action.
new one, I think.
To morph into a Power Ranger and overcome obstacles. Swim through underground waterways. Crawl through dark caverns. Even do battle as the mighty Megazord.
Amazing.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers video game for your Super Nintendo Entertainment System from Bandai.
I mean, these Power Ranger games have always been fun, I think. Let's do some supers, because I paused them for a bit.
Oh great pink one, I beseech thee for a chance, nay, a possibility of a Girls Frontline 2 character review?
I'll think about it, thank you. Insert guitar solo, it's necessary.
Lily has always been purple.
Yeah, what do you mean I've always been purple? Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't Bandai Namco back then, it was just Bandai.
Why are you purple?
Oh my god, chat, you can't just ask somebody why they're purple, but thank you.
If you want to take another decade reviewing something after One Piece, review Precure, and other Mahou Shoujo.
I think with Precure you can take it by show, because, yeah, there's a lot of them. Thank you. Yeah, it's a shiny lily. There's not a lot of us. The lily behind the slaughter, and it's just purple. Thank you.
Whoa, nice graphics, from the best worst Zelda commercial ever.
Yeah, honest to God, not bad. Thank you. Precure has like 20 shows out. It's been a hot minute. Thank you for the subs. Lily's a Pokemon? Yeah, a little bit. Grape flavored? Yeah. Yum.
Why you? Have hubby whip out his. No ticket.
Thank you. The Sega ones are really unhinged, but I think Nintendo's pretty up there too, yeah.
Schlong repulsor beam.
Yes, do it. Thank you. Don't train Lily, her base stats are shit. They really are. I'm not even gonna pretend that they're not. Who the fuck gave it for me to be purple? The lighting in my room is purple, so I'm purple.
My favorite type of thing to do in Blender is to mimic the 3D low poly modeling of things like Mega Man Legends and Dragon Quest IX.
It's an aesthetic. A lot of people actually still like the low poly look. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, ICP own their own wrestling promotion Yuggalo Championship
I cannot
Wrestling.
believe that that's a thing. Thank you. Would you be very dark considering the Eldritch? Probably, yeah. The console war stuff got wild. Yeah!
Fun fact, backyard wrestling was not only a real thing in the US, it was also televised.
No way. That feels like a bad idea. Thank you. Yeah, I had too much lean, now I'm purple.
Same guy who gave us Secret of Neve.
Thank you. I had too much lean gamer subs, and now I'm purple.
For the next one of these, you need to find some of the Japanese commercials. They're
We've
even
actually
more
had like a
bonkers
full
than these,
segment of Japanese commercials.
Especially the Sagata Sanshiro series for the Sega Saturn.
We had a bunch of Japanese commercials, thank you, but like the Japanese commercials of like everything.
Finally done with my 1HR commute, I feel like the Mage exam arc was intentionally out of pace, and with the rumors you mentioned I feel more sure of that opinion.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not the only one that thinks this, believe it or not. Thank you.
Soccer Boppers commercial is stuck in my brain.
I love that though. Thank you. Yeah, Long Long Man was great.
Damn it, I would be missing the video game commercials stream. Will this be a video?
Yeah,
Also,
yeah, this is gonna be a
hi from
segment.
Florida man.
Thank you. This is gonna be a video, yeah, don't worry about it. Alright, let's do one more before we end the segment for tonight.
Be the sacred spice, mutant.
What?
Take it, but leave my ultravision goggles. I cannot survive without them.
Oh my god. Old gaming gods are a treasure. What the hell is happening here?
So you want to live in a comic book?
Greetings, puny mortals.
Welcome to the Comic Zone. Slay fiendish villains.
Oh, that's super fun though. That's super fun though. Comic Zone!
Begin page by hellish page. You'll feel right at home.
I actually really like that vibe. Oh god, the mom. That's super cool though. Why? They should make that game again now. That's really clever, yeah. Oh, I hated this game. Why? It was so good but stupid hard. Wasn't every game in that era stupid hard? What is that haircut? A mom haircut from like the 90s?
Of the oven, the slain beast.
We will live another day.
Comic Zone only for Sega Genesis.
Oh my god, that chicken just spit Sega out of its butthole. Ew, the Sega ads were really, really unhinged. And that was another installment of old game ads. No, these are really, really fun to watch. It makes me, like, nostalgic, though. Which is funny because I got my first console in, like, 2003. But, like, still, I enjoy seeing these. And I still got to see a few of these commercials before everything went, like, Giga Corpo. But it's really, really nice and really, really fun. Let me know if you guys want me to do more of these, because they're always a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Go get some gsupps, and you will not be turned purple if you drink too much of it. I promise. It's just an alien thing. I'm fine. Use code KINKIMATION for 10% off your entire order. And that's about it for old-timey game commercials. Like, fucking go. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's delightful. 100 servings, sugar-free. Absolutely so good, chat, okay? I drink this shit, well, I used to drink it more, I can't drink it a ton right now, but I still like it a lot, I still vouch for it. Hubby drinks it, like, daily. It's super tasty, it's a great way to kick soda, and it's good, clean energy, no crash outs, alright? Stop buying cans of Monster, they're bad for you. This shit is at least nicer, much cleaner, and it's not nearly as expensive. Go use code KINKIMATION at checkout for 10% off your entire order. And with that, that is another YouTube segment done. I like soda too, but I think that, like, some days I just need something with a different flavor that is not nearly as, like, calorically heavy, because I don't do a ton of diet soda. Because it has a weird aftertaste. gsupps doesn't. How is a baby thing with you? Has it not been controlled for you? No, believe it or not, like, Bean's actually been fairly chill, lately. So I'm getting a decent amount of work done. But yeah, I have to, like, keep in mind that sometimes I need a nap. And I need to, like, be eating something constantly or I get dizzy. I just have a lot of fruit. Not gonna get, no, believe it or not, like, I actually had a doctor's appointment last week. You don't really get movement until, like, 20 weeks. Did you get that cat? Yeah, no, but now I get you guys get why I couldn't get a cat, right?
Trying to kick soda by making agua frescas.
Definitely healthier, yes, thank you. Do you plan to react to, like, the Verse 1999 trailer? Maybe. I should probably make another video soon, but I'm waiting until there's a bit more content before I do it. That's why you said your schedule will be packed for the foreseeable future. Yeah, like, I'm on break right now because I have people over, so I'm chilling, but I've been working, like, twice as much as usual just to make sure I have extra stuff, ready. And that's why there's been, like, less gameplay streams overall. Which makes me really sad because I do generally enjoy playing games with you guys. But I have to make sure that there's enough content on the channel. And I have to make sure that, like, there's enough content on the channel for if the time I need to take off. My parents also called me Bean when my mom was pregnant. Yeah, because it's, like, a nice gender-neutral nickname, I think. We've missed you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's only been 2 days. I will stream tomorrow as well. Because, like, the first day, I went to get my friend at the airport, and it was, like, right around stream time, and I came back home, and I was like, no. And yesterday, we walked around the ton, so I got back home, and I was beat. But today, we got pizza, so it's just fairly chill. And I was like, yeah, I'm not missing any more streams. Have you craved some unusual food lately? I'm gonna be out here, like, annihilating y'all's fucking perception of it. The cravings are fake. The cravings are, like, an excuse that women give themselves to overeat. And which is why you end up having a lot of problems with weight gain during pregnancy. The only things I've craved, believe it or not, it's fairly healthy food. It's more like you get hungrier, but I haven't been like, oh, if I don't eat this, I'm gonna die. That's mostly a myth, believe it or not. Yeah, you need to properly balance your diet. If you start getting weird cravings, it's because your diet is actually kind of shit. Fun fact. My mom had Big Macs when I was still printing. Like, you're a 3D printer. I'd rather you rest than worry about making content. See, while that does sound really nice, I can't do that. I really enjoy my work. And I have a career where the most important thing you have is to, like, keep posting stuff, stay relevant, because otherwise, believe it or not, a big enough hiatus can make or break your career. Thankfully, I really enjoy what I do, and so far, we're not having any issues. But, yeah, I'm trying to, like, balance things out, if that makes sense.
Prego RE9 stress stream, maybe? I'm kidding, of course.
Oh, yeah,
Hope
no.
You're feeling well overall.
I got so mad because apparently I'm not supposed to stress myself out at all, so, like, ooky spooky games are completely off the table for a bit. Because apparently anything you feel, so does the fucking baby. So if I stress myself out really bad, it's not going to be a good time for either of us. Thank you.
Have you tried the Tomiga sushi? It's baby safe.
No, I've had, like, avocado makis, though, because those don't have anything raw in them. Thank you. Yeah, no high cortisol experiences.
Thanks for the funnies, Lily.
Oh, I'm glad
After
you had
stream
fun.
ends, I shall go to cause birthday-themed chaos.
Nice!
Lily
Have fun.
G. Sinister.
Only low cortisol activities. Like, just keep things chill. No British food for Lulu. To be, like, hindsight 2020, that was not my brightest idea. Was it funny, though? Yes. Yeah, no sushi. Like, believe it or not, the dietary restrictions are pretty strict. You can't have anything raw. So, no sushi, no cold cuts, no soft cheeses. Anything you have has to have pasteurized milk or no dice. Mayonnaise is also banned, which surprised me. You have to really cut back on seafood in general because you can't have anything with too much mercury.
There are so many chill Steam games, thankfully.
Oh yeah, I love those. Thank you. Yeah, mayo is banned. Mayo's made with raw eggs, you guys. What can you eat? Cook food. There's a lot of stuff I can eat, believe it or not. But, like, no alcohol, obviously. You have to really cut back on the caffeine, so I've, like, reduced my gsupps intake. I usually don't do caffeinated either, but I also have to be careful with artificial sweeteners, so I don't have as much as I used to. I can't have steak because I like steak medium rare, and it has to be well done. And so that's a no. I do eat, like, white fish because that's safe. Turkey safe. Red meat is safe if it's cooked all the way through. I cannot imagine eating a ham sandwich without mayo. Yeah, like, I'm so sad because, like, the local bakery I like has, like, ham and cheese croissants, and they all have mayo. And hubby asked, like, yesterday if they could make one without it, but no, they have them pre-made. So I cannot have a ham and cheese anything without mayo, and ham needs to be, like, cooked. Like, you have to, like, heat it up. That's like saying you can have chicken, but it has to be dry. Why do you think I haven't been eating red meat? That sounds disgusting. Yeah. So, like, I have to be careful mainly with stuff like that. And, like, the big ones is avoid raw food and avoid alcohol. But other than that, you're fine. Where does the remainder of Warframe gameplay land for the time being? We can still play Warframe, just it won't be that many streams. What I'm going to try and do is maybe have a day where I have a big stream where we can do, like, 3 segments. So we can start, like, backlogging content, and then that way we can play games on the other days of the week. Because, like, we have to do, like, 3 character reviews a week. Sometimes I'll do 4 just to, like, add an extra. Thankfully, I do have some video backlog, so I'm not completely behind on that. But, like, we did the math. It's, like, 40 videos. Alright, guys, I actually have to go because I have a phone call, but I will see you all very, very, very soon. Hopefully tomorrow, I'll let you guys know what we're going to be doing, alright? Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. Go get some gsupps, use my code, and I'll see you guys very, very soon, alright?